All right, I think we're all good to go. Let's make sure this is on. Yeah, I think we're good. There we go. All right. We are finally live from Vegas. The thing took forever to set up, and it didn't take long, but Kyle Larson already on the hunt looking at Joey Logano for the lead. Oh, wow, he's driving away. So Kyle Larson appears to have a very, very good race car. Ooh, Zane Smith up against the wall. Alrighty, so let's see. Did this thing turn on yet? I don't think it's turned on. Dismiss that. I don't want that. Okay, yep, we are good. We are good. Good. That's what I wanted to make sure. So we're 5 laps in. Still need to get this thing. I need to get this thing booted up. What's going on here? Yeah, we're still good there. Bowman 24th. That's a little ways back there. All right, so I need to get this thing shared. How do I do that? Not really sure. May not have an option. All right, either way, our leaderboard is up, so we do at least have those functions working out well. Unfortunately, Fox is not showing the broadcast very well because they're showing a current battle for, I believe, 14th. But they're zoomed in so close I can't even see the second car. Yes, I see the green nose of Christopher Bell's car. It's green. I get it. Zoom the hell out so I can see what's happening outside of him. Good Lord, I couldn't even tell what car was racing with him. Oh, that's a Fox moment if I've ever seen one. We got a battle for the 4th spot. Truex has gotten up to Austin Cindric. Don't mind me. I'm going to mute this phone. So I don't need all... Why are all my sounds at max volume? I don't ever have it like that. I want my phone to be quiet as a church mouse. There we go. All right. Yeah, we're under the right channel banner, but I haven't seen anything pop through yet. Why is this not working? Why is YouTube always such a pain in the butt to set up? It shouldn't be that hard. Oh, Christopher Bell's got a problem. So our first caution of the day appears to be a flat tire for Christopher Bell. Right rear appears to have gone down on that machine. Well, that's not good. That's generally going to be a sign of tire issues today. 10 laps in, are we in for another Brickyard 400 type race where the tires are just going constantly? I guess we will see. Hey, welcome in Dayton and Denny Fan. Finally got my chat to work, so you'll be able to see it on the left side of the screen. So I actually got that part working, which I'm pretty proud of. So got that going, and then got my little mic stand here. Can't really see it, but it lights up, so it's kind of neat. How do I show it? I don't even know how you show the darn thing. I have to turn my camera down, but then I have to adjust it, and I don't want to do that. I could just put it up as high as possible so you can see it. There. So you see it glows, and then I can change the color of it to whatever I want. Change it yellow, make it green, can make it blue. Oh, that's green. That one's the rainbow. And then this is like color changing options. So, yeah, kind of a neat little batch of stuff. But the whole arm lights up, so it's kind of, I've always thought it was kind of neat. But we're just going to stick with the standard red. So, put that back where it belongs. So one of these days I'll get everything set up and we'll be able to use that cool stuff. But right now I don't have it ready. So under caution for the first time, the two Hendrick cars of Larson and Byron have found their way out front. And it doesn't appear that Elliott got the same equipment again this year. No, I'm just kidding. They all get the same equipment, but unfortunately it's an issue of Alan Gustafson, which I've said for years. And now we're going to have another season where Larson and Byron run up front and Elliott runs 15th. And I guess we're just going to accept that. Early movers in the race, though. Watch Noah Gragson. He's coming from the back 20s. He's up to 20th already. He had a good car in practice. And he's showing some pretty good speed early, so keep an eye on that 10 car. He could be coming forward here. How are we doing, Justin? It's a good day. Well, we're under commercial, so I guess we can take our first stage break. I got a new car. And I say new car. I get new cars all the time for review, but this one came in. This is the Alltel number 9 from last year. Now, it's a basic standard finish car, nothing crazy. However, he ran this at the Indy road course, so that's why I picked this one up. So, yeah, now it's got the little Alltel thing, and it does have a windshield wiper. But, yeah, basically it's just the Indy road course car, but because I was at the race, I had to pick that one up. Naturally, I'm also an Elliott fan, so I pick up a lot of his cars when not necessary. And I've got 6 raced versions to review coming into tonight, so got a lot of new cars in. Larson's new Knoxville Nationals car in 160 or 150th scale. All cars are coming to pit road for tires. Interesting. So I guess tires must be a big deal. Everyone wants to see it, and so we'll see what the tire wear looks like. So they brought a softer tire. Did they do a tire test? Yeah, they're just doing right sides. That's not an ideal sound. Okay, Larson's doing 4. All right, so there's a number of 2-tire stops. I think they can make it to the end of the stage from here. Is that what I'm on here? Am I hearing that right? So I guess the 2-tire guys must be thinking they can't make it all the way or something. Heck yeah, getting that Napa Children's Hospital car from last year. I have the liquid color on eBay. I've got some auctions ending today. Is it today or tomorrow? When do I have these ending? I gotta look again. Let me go into my eBay page on my phone here. I got, I believe, yeah, that's that one. I had a bunch of cane cars I was watching, but they all went up too high, and I wasn't in need of them. So, selling, how was only one of them paid? No, it's both of them. Oh, cool, they go to the same person. Fun. Here we go. Yeah, so I've got 13 of them at least that I started at a penny. Juniors, late models in there. There's a couple different bundles of like winner circle cars, the 187 scale winner circle cars from like 2008. I got a bundle of them. Some trucks. There's an Indy car in here. Elliott's Children's Hospital car. The liquid color of that is available. The Blue Def car. Gateway color chrome for Kyle Busch. The 100 Wins Penske car for Joey Logano. Ty Gibbs. Interstate Batteries Elite. Elliott Hooters Throwback. And Elliott A-Shock. So all of those starting at a penny. I think they're up around the $30 range now. But, yep, those are all on eBay. So those are going to be hanging around here for a little bit at least. But should be out by the end of the week. So, also, if you haven't seen it already, on the eBay page, you can also get a 12-car bundle of 164 scale Cup Series cars. So the 164 scale bundle is 12 random cars. You will not get duplicate drivers. And it's either 2022 or 2023, depending on which listing. There's 2 listings. So you can get a bundle of 12 2023 cars and a bundle of 12 2022 cars. And that's somebody bought the first batch of them. And so they got 12 of each. And so because of that, I'll go out and pick 12, 12 124s or 12 2022s, 12 2023s, and ship them 24 of them. And they'll have a nice big old batch of cars coming their way. All right, so still under caution, getting ready to get going now. Did we have any stay out? Don't think so. It looks like everybody came through. What's that here? Looking at the running order, looks like Chris Buescher and the front 5 all took 2 tires. Kind of surprised how bad Logano's pit stop was. I thought with the number 1 pit box, he probably would have gone out front, but he actually stayed right where he was in 3rd. Yeah, if we end up with the right rear 400, I think a lot of people are going to be a little go a little nuts about that. I don't think any of us want to see the right rear 400 return. That was a bad race. But I got my Napa shirt on, so I'm repping my Napa, and then this is a Brad Sweet hat, so it's technically a double Napa today. We're going to be running 2 Napas. All right, this squeaky chair's done. We're done with this. I have to bring in my solid chair. Goodbye, rolly chair. Hello, other rolly chair that doesn't squeak. I don't like squeaky. Squeaky's bad. All right. Doesn't sit well. That's not bad. I'll make it work. I can sit in a chair, I'll figure that out. It's not too hard to sit in a chair. At least not yet. All right, so up front, Briscoe and Buescher are going to be firing off first. Get the live chat over there. So, yeah, I got my live chat right over down there. Down here. So, yeah, got the live chat down in the corner, so I figured out how to kind of make that work. And then we got our leaderboard, so kind of gotten some new features added in. All right, back to green we go. Who's that? Oh, LaJoy. Okay, so LaJoy got 2 tires as well. He's up into 3rd. Meanwhile, Larson looking middle. Reddick's going to shut the door. Woo, he had to lift, and now I can't tell who's coming on the high side. Who just got around him? Was that Byron? I think it might have been Byron. Byron going 3 wide for the lead on the bottom. William Byron all the way back to the front already. But Briscoe's going to be able to hold in. That clean air is going to be important. Ooh, here comes LaJoy cutting it back to the bottom. Byron will shut the door. Looks like Byron will drive through for the lead. So Larson's in 4th. He's got some room to go before he gets caught back up. Meanwhile, Logano is fading. He is getting kind of split 3 wide in the middle again. It's going to be his teammate high and Truex low. Man, Elliott's going backwards again. Man. Why is it the other 2 Hendrick cars can be absolute rocket ships, and then his car is just a 15th place car every freaking week? Like, man, I understand that Hendrick doesn't want to shift up crew chiefs and whatnot, but, I mean, at what point do we have to admit there's an issue here? You got 2 of them that run up front, like, very, very front, and the other ones run 15th or worse. Golly. Hasn't had a top 5 on a 1.5 miles in the entire next-gen era. Not one top 5 for Chase Elliott on a 1.5 miles, which we would argue is more of a crew chief setup type track. That's kind of unacceptable. Not one top 5 in the next gen era at a 1.5 miles. Like, that's the bread and butter of the series. He's gotten top 5s everywhere else. So, I don't know. Just drives me nuts, man. he's back up to 12, so he's not terrible, but just obviously his other teammates are top of the field, so. Anyway, let's keep an eye. I was going to see, where did Noah Gragson end up? He had to go to the back of the line for pit stops again. And I wanted to see, he was moving forward pretty well in the early stages of the race. He is running 31st. Oof. So yeah, he must have pitted for tires and did not have a good pit stop or something, but he went all the way to the back. All right, Larson will cross back in front of Briscoe, and the top two Hendrick cars are out front once again, with Elliott and Bowman well over 10 spots behind him. I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be off to this bad of a start, but I'm just it drives me nuts. When your guy's getting outrun by his teammates by 10 positions every week, it's like, well, it ain't all driver. All right, keeping an eye on it. Logano falling back, but Blaney's starting to move forward. Is Blaney the top Penske guy now? He might be. Defending champ and all. Yeah, Gregson's still back in the 30s, so he's not going forward this time. So keeping an eye on the running order one more time, Reddick has gotten himself to 8th. As for the two-tire guys, Briscoe and LaJoy, 2nd, 3rd. I believe Wallace is 4th. So some of those two-tire guys, looks like that strategy will pay off. The question is for how long. They've only been green for about 10 laps. So if this holds on for the entire fuel run, there's definitely some ground to be said that this is a good strategy. But we will find out. They got a long way to go in the stage here if the two tires is the best option or not. All right, looks like Elliott just got around Logano. So Logano had great speed for the one-lap qualifier, but man, he is going backwards. He's back to 12th, and looks like Ty Gibbs and Stenhouse are already right back on top of him. So looks like they may have just a real short, no drag in the car option for Logano, but once he got past, he's gone backwards like a rock, which is crazy because he's actually not doing well in points. He goes and sits on the pole and already falling back. Now he's back behind Ty Gibbs. So back to 12th, or no, back to 13th already for Joey Logano. Oh, we're back to another commercial. Cool. Yay. Just what everybody wanted. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't see anything in there, so trying to see. We do have a caution, but I can't tell what it's for. Joey's still running there. What's our caution for? Another 10 laps. Did we have another tire failure? We have a caution. I can't tell what it's for. I'm kind of looking, but... Chris Buescher. Where was he running? He was running top 12. So Chris Buescher was blowing a right rear tire. Uh-oh, guys. We're 10 more laps and another flat tire. We're seeing a trend. Are we looking at the right rear flats for 400? Oh, boy. That's not good. I should make a graphic for that. Down that. Also, I got my Indianapolis Motor Speedway glass full of water. All right. I'm going to make myself a graphic. That's what we're doing. It's going to call it the right rear flat 400. What? This is all crap for sale. I'm looking for a flat tire picture to use, and it's just like... No. Why? Google, stop trying to sell me crap and just find me images. Crying out loud. Oh, wow, he smoked the wall. Oh, wait, hold on. The right front wheel broke. Hold on. We may not have the... This is something else. Ten laps, though? Usually that happens right away. Interesting. Well, now I'm a little more, now I'm a little more confused. How did it go that late into a run? I still hate the single lug, guys. I still hate the single lug. Guess what? That never happened with a five lug. The wheel would vibrate bad enough that the driver would have to come in. The wheel would vibrate. They'd have to come into pit, and then that was their penalty. Now, there's a wrecked race car, and a rim and wheel nut went flying off at 200 miles an hour or 180 miles an hour. Like, I still think these are really stupid designs. This is a really stupid design for what the type of cars they run. The amount of load on a single lug is just too much. You miss it by just the slightest amount and the thing falls off. It's not a good fail-safe system. The broadcaster said it's a good fail-safe system. It's not a good fail-safe system if it hasn't worked, like, consistently. It has consistently had wheels fall off. So it's not a good fail-safe because it happens a lot. Someone's going to have to get hurt before NASCAR finally gets their head out of their butt and makes a decision. It's going to take a stupid rim like that, getting knocked into the grandstand and severely hurting someone before NASCAR goes, oh, maybe we should take it seriously. 3 years of wheels flying off cars, and they still haven't taken it seriously. What production wheels? NASCAR production. Just shut up. That's NASCAR's logic. their logic is, just shut up. It's cool looking. Like, they make rims with 5 spokes with that size. Like, it would be fine, but no. The best fail-safe you can have is a 5-lug pattern. Because if you miss all 5, it falls off before it leaves pit road. You miss 4, it doesn't get off pit road either. You miss 2, it'll vibrate like crazy and you'll have to come back in and pit. You know, like, there's no way that wasn't the best fail-safe option. And, again, but it's about the looks. This car is all about looks. It's not about safety. They've proven that. They took away the inner liner, a safety feature. Took away the 5-lug pattern. At this point, we have to call it what it is, a safety feature. And, you know, the amount of injuries they had the first year because they wanted the car to be so stiff. I mean, it was a car built for, you know, for looks. It wasn't built for safety. Man, they're 30 laps in, and there's another set of 4-tire stops for a lot of these guys. Are they going to run out of tires? Two sets of 4-tire stops for Larson. Suarez, McDowell, Nemechek, Yaley. Yaley might come in pit. So at least 3 are staying out, and Yaley might stay out. I just don't know if that's their game plan or if they just don't like to pit around the other guys. All right. That is Chris Buescher's first DNF since last year at Atlanta. Had the second longest streak without DNFing. All right. Hey, we're under another commercial break. Should we look at another new car? We can, let's see. What should be our next new car to look at? Actually, we can put it on a poll. Time to get a poll going. All right. What else we got? Keep adding one. What's that? Got too much crap on my desk. It's making me work around it. All right, starting the poll. We got some cars we can look at. Before I show that one off, though, I can show this one off. I don't know, is Clyde here? I don't think Clyde's here yet, but I kind of hit. This is Clyde's car. He wanted to get the Old Spice, I think it's called the Old Goat car. And so it's got Mahindra tractors, but then it's, of course, got Tony Stewart there. Is there anything else? No, it's just that one, pretty much, is the Tony Stewart there. So, yeah, pretty cool looking basic scheme, but obviously I'm a raced version guy. Hey, Boost, welcome in. What's up? Clyde might be working. Yeah, I think he might be too. I haven't gotten a chance to send him pictures yet of his new car. Another commercial? Seriously? Oh, we're red flagged. Oh. All right, well, let's go to the poll. See what we got. All right, looks like the poll results are pretty unanimous. Everybody kind of wants to see Blaney. Although it looks like it's just a 2 to... Looks like it's 5 total votes, and it's got 3 of them. hey, that's all it takes. Yeah, broke the wall. I don't buy it. I mean, it's what happened, but I don't like it. All right. I gotta pull this car up. This is the Blaney Coke 600 car. There's a little bit of confetti on the back here, so we do have some of that. I have to see. Apparently, it's a fairly similar copy to Austin Dillon's car from last year's Daytona, 2022 Daytona. So yeah, we'll have to see how accurate that is. But yeah, overall, not gonna lie, this is a really, really sharp-looking race car. You know, the clean version already came out, but the race version looks really good. And if you guys don't know, I do actually like Daytona. I collect all the Coke 600 cars, so I got a pin for that too. Let's see here. Next two are tied, so I can kind of pick and choose as I want for that one. I got lots of cars though. That's a nice thing. Where I'm positioned, I can reach a decent amount of the cars. I don't know how that would look in a liquid because it's a design. It's that camo, and so not the whole camo would be liquid. And that's the issue with special finishes on cars like that is they have to have a solid color to change liquid, where that one's got a pattern. So yeah, I'm not sure. What's this one? Well, that's Eric Jones. Well, let's show an Eric Jones car. Mostly because I just wanted to get it out. This car, oh, I do have the pin for that. That's awesome. I didn't know I had this pin. Sweet. This is such a cool car. This one is Eric Jones' first career win. This is a really neat car because we might as well show it off. But it's actually signed. You can't tell unless the lighting is just right. Trying to see. Oop, there we go. Let's see here. All right. See the light reflect off it? You see that? See how the Eric Jones is like in there? There's the E and the J. It's really, really fine because it was a silver Sharpie. But like in just the right light, you can see it. It's actually one of the coolest autograph cars I have. Because you don't know it's autographed till you see it at just the right angle and light. I got that autographed at Kansas. But yeah, that's a cool car. Alright, we'll put that one back. That one was just sitting there and I wanted to check and see if I had that pin because I thought I might, but I didn't remember. I haven't had a chance to have that displayed since I got the pin. I can't wait to display a lot of these. These are cool cars. Alright, that's the Jones there. Perfect. Alrighty. Yes, the SVG Chicago. I can pull that up. That's, I think, got the second most votes right now. Oh, no, Truex Sonoma does. Sorry. You have to wait. We're going to pull up the Sonoma because there's enough time. We're going to have to kill some time here. It's a red flag. But the Truex Sonoma is actually one of the cleanest cars for Truex in this paint scheme. I'm trying to look and remember if there's any noticeable... I don't think there's any huge noticeable scuffs. There's a little bit on the left rear corner. So if you get up in here, you'll see there's a scuff there and a little bit there. But otherwise, the car is really clean and just a good chance to showcase a raced version of this paint scheme. This is probably the coolest paint scheme we've got. I would say this is probably my favorite paint scheme of last year. I thought that Sonoma car looked really good because of the lack of confetti. Because the confetti ones are okay, but I just think that Fast Pro Shops car looked really, really sharp. But yeah, there's some good race wins that came in. The good news is I hang on to all of my... I hang on to all the race versions for at least a year so that I can make my video for best race version of 2023. So I've got all the elites. They'll all hang around here at least until then, and then they'll start to get listed. So it looks like they're going to interview Larson here under the red. They're still red, so it's going to be a little bit. What's that note? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, what else we got sitting there? That's the Eric Jones. That's Jeff Gordon. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. What is that one? Bubba Wallace? Oh, that's right. I do got a few different Bubba Wallace cars. Forgot about his Pocono one. It's kind of hidden in there. I really want to get some cars out. Gotta get there. Gotta get there. All right. I don't see anything about them going back yellow yet, so I don't know. I'm not sure how long of a repair this is going to be. It looks like they're welding the whole wall. Oh, great. Cool. Really? Honestly, decent strategy so far for Daniel Suarez to get that track position. Oh, they're going to show the replay for the Atlanta finish. Well, this is not a great way to come back from the last 2 weeks. We had 2 really phenomenal weeks of racing. I don't even know if the racing's going to be that bad today. We're just only 30 laps in, almost an hour into the broadcast. So we're talking, kind of a slow developing race. Might need some Mountain Dew by the time this is all said and done. Alrighty. Well, what do we do? Do we just sit and wait? Do I pull up a game? Do I pull up some more cars? What do we do? I guess I can show the SVG Chicago. Haven't showed that one yet. Yoink. The SVG Chicago's got the chrome number, so that's probably one of the coolest points on this car. It is really dirty, too. Like, trying to see, is it on this side? No, it's more on the left, isn't it? Yeah, there's a little more dirt streaks on the left side here. But, yeah, there's definitely some pretty good dirt on those. And then a couple of wheel marks. I don't know, kind of a neat car just historically to have a first-time or a one-time winner. I gotta stretch. Okay, there we go. Heck with it. While we're here, let's grab Chastain's. These are all cars I got to review. So this is a sneak peek for reviews I haven't done yet. This is Chastain's Nashville car. So these are in. And if you're looking for these, you can pre-order, or not pre-order, you can actually order these from rasdiecast.com. So if you're looking for these or Suarez's win from last week, yeah, head on over to the site. It's a good way to support the channel because, well, I don't do fundraisers. Not fundraisers. What do you call it? I don't do super chat things where I only read super chats. I don't do it that way. Everybody should be able to chat. Now, if the chat ever got overwhelming where I could just never keep up, I would have to institute something so that I can keep up. But that would be the only reason why I would do that. It would be like if you're getting flooded with thousands of messages a minute. It's like, well, now I can't keep up with that. So, yeah, they're still under a promotional thing. So, yep, gonna be a minute. What do we got here? Why is there a Ryan Blaney car over here? That's weird. Yeah, okay, this is my dual win. So this is in the wrong spot. This is supposed to be over in the Ryan Blaney section of my shelving, but it's in the Clint Boyer spot. And this is the autographed dual win from 2018. You can see it's there. I got this autographed at Kansas, so you can kind of see the autograph up there. Very, very clean. It is a dual win. It's, of course, very bright and yellow. So they do at least have that going. Yay, the yellow is back out. But yeah, that's the dual win. I don't know. That's in the wrong spot. I'm actually going to pick that up and put it away. Because that should be over with the Blaney cars, which I believe are over here. So what is that? That's Clint Boyer's car. That's what I thought. Just a couple of cars in the wrong spot. Clint Boyer and Ryan Blaney got mixed around here. There you can see my nice Napa shirt. There, let's pull this Clint Boyer one out while we're at it. He's on the broadcast. He can get some notoriety or some attention or whatever. There we go. This is Clint Boyer's Haas Demo Days Martinsville win. Got that signed at Kansas as well. Chased him, kind of had to chase him down after an appearance with the car. He had a really good looking Sharpie too. You look at how that worked. Like, that turned out really nice. But yeah, Haas Demo Days Martinsville win. This is the only Clint Boyer car I've had autographed by Clint Boyer. Just overall a really cool car. So, I have it backwards. We'll get that back in its box, just like that. There we go. Yep, so that is the Haas Demo Days, and that's the second to last win of his career, too. What races am I going to? Well, this year, the races should be Kansas, Iowa, let's see, Kansas, Iowa, Bristol, Kansas, Phoenix. I will be going to the Phoenix finale. So that's my new race this year is going to be Phoenix. But we'll see. Iowa tickets are still really high, but I'm still very, very determined. I'm going to find a way to get there. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get there. So we'll see. We'll see. The tickets are still over $400, which is just ludicrous. I mean, that's insane. That level of price gouging is unacceptable. Yeah, I'm still really ticked off about that. I put money down and then never got an email, never got a phone call, never got any notification. Just first thing I hear about it after I put money down to say, yes, I want to go to this race. I want tickets when they're available. And the first thing I hear from them is, hey, guess what? Tickets are sold out. It's like, why did I pay the money? Why did I put money down? Why did I do any of that if you're not going to notify me? And then for them to then sell any excess ticket to SeatGeek, so SeatGeek can, jack the price all the way up to $450. That just drives me. That makes me mad because I refuse to buy tickets off of SeatGeek. I bought tickets once off that platform for a Viking Packer game that I really wanted to go to, and they don't actually own the tickets on their site. So when you buy tickets, you're not guaranteed a ticket. So we were sitting at the gate waiting for our tickets. Like, where are our tickets? We bought these. And they basically said, oh, we don't actually own the ticket, and so the seller doesn't want to sell them anymore. They changed their mind, so tough luck. And I'm sitting at the gate of Lambeau Field. Like, that's a 6-hour drive. And I had no ticket, so I had to go spend a lot more on a last-minute ticket. And, yeah, just very, very frustrated about that because, one, I bought a ticket. Yes, we got a refund, but that didn't change the fact that because of the opportunity change, the fact that they didn't have the ticket, and we were desperate at the door, we had to just pay up because we weren't going to just turn around and go home. We'd spent all the time getting out there. So, yeah, I don't like SeatGeek. If they actually owned the tickets and could transfer them to you immediately, that's another thing. Ticketmaster has that. But, yeah, with SeatGeek being just a platform, I'm not a fan of them. So I guess we'll see. It looks like we're back under yellow. I guess we're going to ride for another 5 minutes for whatever reason. I don't really know why. It'd be kind of silly to just ride for no reason, but wouldn't surprise me. United Football League coming back March 30th. I like that. It's a good idea to stretch that out a little later so it doesn't start right after football. Give us a chance to get past the combine and closer to the draft, and just give us a little bit of that, the opportunity to kind of ease in towards some more football again. All right, looks like they are already doubled up for the restart. Suarez will be on the bottom, McDowell up high. Looks like Truex chose bottom, Nemechek top behind him. So that'll be your front two rows. It'll be McDowell, Nemechek on the high side, Suarez, Truex on the low side. 46 to go in the stage, and we'll see if they can make it 10 laps without a flat tire or something else. All right, coming back to green. Suarez and McDowell. I like the strategy call on McDowell for sure. I think that was a good call. All right, into turn one. Nemechek drifts high. Did not get a good run, though. So Larson at the bottom. He's the first guy on 4 fresh ones, I believe. Ooh, Kyle Busch almost shut the door on Byron, but it was enough to make Byron lift, and that's going to put Byron back a couple spots. Kind of made him think he was going up too high. He might have actually thrown the full block. Ooh, we got a squeeze going on back there. Who is that? Is that Bubba and and Blaine? I can't speak. Bubba and Byron, we had a tough squeeze coming out of the corner there. That was tight. Hamlin now on the bottom. He'll clear. Did he get walled? Bubba pushed him a little wide. Ooh, not a ton. I don't think it's enough to bend or break anything. Boy, that was tight, though. So, not enough contact to warrant anything too crazy. Carson Hocevar making some noise. He has risen to the top 10. He looks on the inside of Corey LaJoy. And he gets there. He gets past Bubba. Oh, that's for 11. Sorry, he's still not in the top 10. Almost there. Meanwhile, side by side for second, Kyle Busch closing in on that battle. He'll go up to the high side. But does he have enough speed? Coming out of the corner, he might. Looks like tires are holding on pretty well so far. Don't sleep on Carson Hocevar, though. That is a guy that ran really well in the next gen last year, and he's bringing those Spire cars to the front. LaJoy still running in 9th, so Spire showing some good fight to start the year. I should probably close that poll. Whoops. End poll. There we go. All right, end of the poll. There we go. All right. Oops. Let me get back over here. So, let's see. Busch is to 2nd. Larson is to 4th so far on the movers. No, that's not it. What was I supposed to open? Oh, I need this. There we go. Yeah, everything looks good still. Good. That's what I wanted to make sure. All right. 40 laps to go in the stage. Looks like Kyle Busch is hunting the lead from Daniel Suarez. So Kyle Busch came back with speed again this year. That's good to see. The BetMGM number 8, he's going to look high, and I think it's only a matter of a couple laps and Kyle Busch is going to have that lead. As a matter of fact, is he going to get it out of turn 4? Daniel puts the squeeze on. He tries the crossover. Not quite enough. Little bit more momentum was what was needed. He couldn't quite get there. So there, Kyle Busch is going to go to the bottom. Oh, we're blocking now. He shuts the door. Suarez went all the way top to bottom to shut the door on the air block and was able to hold him off for another set of corners or so. So Kyle's going to run real high in 3 and 4 this time around. He's probably looking to get a nice big run. All righty. So Suarez, Busch, Truex, Larson, and McDowell's a little ways back. But the front 4 are nose to tail as they head into turn 1. Yeah, Kyle Busch is riding some pretty good momentum on the top side. We'll see what he's able to do with it. Right up on the back. He's going to dive low. There's not enough room. Suarez didn't have enough time to get low enough to block. Meanwhile, Larson 3 wide high. He's not 3 wide technically, but he's got a big run. So if they choose to side draft, they're going to be side by side with Larson in just a matter of moments. Kyle Busch led the lap, and he is clear. Kyle Busch clear for the lead in turn 1, and the hometown kid comes back at age 37, I think, and he's leading at Vegas again. Meanwhile, what has happened to William Byron? He has fallen to 12th. Carson Hocevar still hanging around. He is in the 15th spot. Was hanging on the door of the top 10, but seems to have fallen back since then. Christopher Bell goes around Byron. He's back to 13th. I don't know if he may have abused his tires a little bit or something at the restart, but he is back to 13th. John Hunter Nemechek in the 42, holding on. And here comes Corey LaJoy in 9th position with a good run. So Corey LaJoy hanging around in that top 10 and trying to move forward. He's not even going backwards. Get his car back out from under him here. Who's that behind him? Is that Ty Gibbs? It is Ty Gibbs. Hamlin now to the inside of John Hunter. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson for the lead. It's the Kyle and Kyle show. Little air block. Larson had to get out of it. And that was going to allow him to hold the lead there. Byron has a problem. He's back to 18th. What's going on? Fox, he's dropping like a rock. He has hit the wall. Or is that a trap? Is what? Is that a... There's a whole trash bag on the front of Byron's car. It's huge. There is a massive trash bag covering the whole nose of Byron's car. Where did that come from? Holy moly. They're going to have to peel that all off. That's going to hurt Byron's chances today. Not the way I expected that to go. To your Daytona 500 winner on pit road with 30 laps to go in the stage. They're going to peel that trash bag off. No tires. They're just going to peel the trash bag off and get him going again. He will lose a lap, I believe. I don't think he can get going fast enough. Yeah, he's not. He's on the front end of pit road. So he's going to lose a lap coming off pit road. Yeah, he's going to be way, way back. So he may get the free pass in about 30 laps, but he is not close enough to drive up and pass for the lead. Maybe with tires, but I don't know. That's a big enough gap. I don't know if he could have got there. Pace has fallen off by about a half a second so far. Larson way up against the fence, trying to get a big run on the high side. They have gapped Suarez by 2 seconds since they got past him. So that is where they currently run. "31 laps to go." "31 to go." There's 2.5 second gap between Larson and Busch and Suarez, so they've kind of gapped a 2-car way out front. Now it looks like Truex, I can't see. I think Truex just cleared for second. I hate commercials. I hate them. Not because I hate commercials, specifically. I do not like them. But I really hate watching racing action and being like, ooh, what's happening? Oh, we're not going to show you because we have to show you an ad. It's like, you're pulling away something I really want and then handing me an ad and expecting me to, like, support the company. Like, no, sorry. I hate every company that advertises now. I hate every ad I see because they're the ones keeping me from seeing what I want. Alrighty. Trying to look at the running order, see if anything pops out of my mind here. Yeah, John Hunter is starting to fall back on those 2 tires. He's back to 10th. Suarez is back to 5th. McDowell back to 9th. So the 2-tire gamble may or may not work. We'll see. I don't think they're going to have stage points by the end of it. Elliott's back to 20th. Holy smokes, man. What is going on at Hendrick, dude? Like, how is it you can have 2 cars be rocket ships and then the other 2 just be flat out bad? I mean, what in the world? How can you have 2 totally different running teammates like that? And it's been like that forever. I mean, there were years where it was like Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. were running great, and Jeff Gordon and Casey Mears were running like crap. And it was like, it'd be back and forth. There was always 2 teams that would run really well, and the other 2 would run like garbage, like significantly worse. I mean, because Bowman's back there too, but he's running really good lap times. Like, he's moving forward. He's up to 16th and was the fastest car on the racetrack last lap. Where Elliott's running 31.5s and he's dropping back like a rock because he's the slowest car in the top 30, top 25 maybe. Like, just not good. Yeah, these Wendy's commercials get old fast. They really do. Yeah, side-by-side wouldn't be bad there. I remember NASCAR on TNT having the nonstop, and I remember who did it. It was NASCAR Nonstop presented by Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola presented nonstop NASCAR racing for me. And I was like, I remember that. I remember 10 years later what Coca-Cola did because I said, thank you, Coca-Cola. I want to watch racing. Thanks you for not getting in the way of that and actively bringing it back to me. Like, you know, all the ads we see on a daily basis, I don't remember half the companies, nor do I care. I mean, some of these commercials for NASCAR, it's like, just shorten it up. Like, this is a 30-second NASCAR commercial. Why do we need that? I'd rather just watch the actual race than watch a commercial for the thing I'm trying to watch. Like, I'm already here. Ooh, Michael McDowell's already fallen to 18th. But then again, Elliott's in 19th, so not a lot to say about that. Man, SHR is not doing so hot. Chastain is up to 12th. Good rebound for him. Busch and Larson now out in front by 3.2 over Tyler Reddick, who's the 3rd running car. So a pair of Chevys out front. Meanwhile, Chastain going for 12th now on Logano. And it looks like Nemechek also lost the top 10, so the gamble on tires does not appear to be working out. All right, so 23 to go. Still a decent chunk of time, but looks like Toyota's looking okay. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And then they also have the 10th spot, so they got 5 of the top 10 spots. LaJoy still hanging around in the 8th spot. Good strategy for them early, and then putting on 4 tires on the last stop, helping Corey LaJoy stay up there where he's running. And Carson Hocevar running in 17th. So a good run for Carson so far today as well. I expect Carson to do better by the end, but looks like Noah's back up to 23rd, so a little bit better. Oh boy, where are these SHR cars? Yeah, Byron's a lap down, but that was due to a pit stop. Cindric hanging around in 9th. See if he can hold on and get some stage points. 20 laps to go is still a long time, though. So Chastain's been coming forward. It looks like he just got by Nemechek, so I think Chastain's going to come up, probably have a shot to get to Cindric and get that spot from him. So he just has to hold one more spot to get a point. That's easier said than done, though. So Larson and Busch significantly ahead of the field at the moment. My goodness. Kyle Larson has gotten to the outside of Kyle Busch. Down the backstretch, they are side by side. Kyle Busch side drafts him back, dips it to the low side, but is he going to have enough to hang in there? Coming out of the corner, side by side. Yes, he will. Dead even, cross the line. Larson leads the lap, but Kyle Busch is still there. Larson drove it in hard into one. That might be enough. I think he clears. He does. Kyle Larson clears for the lead. New leader, number 5, Kyle Larson. Meanwhile, Reddick in 3rd, Truex 4th, Hamlin 5th, as they currently run. $18 to go. Blaney just got by Nemechek. Oh, Cindric looking to try and get by Suarez. Suarez, I think, also on the old tires. He's the last car on the old tires, too. Really? 17 laps to go? That's like 9 minutes. We know we have a caution, a full screen caution coming in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. You couldn't have waited 9 minutes for our stage caution? You had to have it right now. Right now. No patience at all. Couldn't wait 9 freaking minutes. Come on, dude. How hard is it to wait 9 freaking minutes? You need to be the Fox director, not the race director. Race director is the guy who calls cautions when they're needed. Race director is the guy that does that. Fox director is the one who does the commercials and cameras and crap. I don't think the race director does a lot right now. It's kind of just a long green run. All right. Looking at it now. Oh, yep. Cindric just got passed by Chastain. So Cindric back outside the stage point area. Suarez falling back. Looks like here comes Chastain. He'll dip low. He's going to get clear before they even get down to the corner. Cindric now right behind. Now Cindric's going to go after him. So Cindric's going to go back into the top 10 with that move. Still under commercial, and we're watching a stupid spoiler cam because they don't know how to present a race to people for some reason. Why would you think that's a good camera view? Coming back to 13 to go in the stage. Oh, Carson Hosar with a good run. Coming under Suarez. That is for the 15th spot. Meanwhile, Noah Gragson has cracked into the top 20. So getting a little closer to the front is the number 10 of Noah Gragson. Ooh, Hosar sliding up. So still side by side. Ooh, little scrape to the right rear fender of that 77. He is now clear. Come on, Fox, get back to it. 12 to go on the stage as they run. Bowman now going past Suarez. He's closed his way in there. Where'd the 77 go? Did he do something dumb? We just watched him battle Suarez and make the pass. Where'd he go? $11 to go. Trying to see what is going on. How's Hocevar fall back so far? Noah up to 19th. Still moving forward ever so slightly. All right, 10 to go in the stage. So 10 to go in stage 1 as they run. As the run progresses, looks like we've got a good battle for 18th, 19th, and 20th going on there. Fox, why are you showing cars that are like 20 feet apart? Let's get to those side-by-side ones. It's a good standard NASCAR race. Nothing crazy. Not you know, I mean, not that crazy's bad, but just a good standard race so far. I was a little worried we were going to have the flat tire 400 early when we had all those flat tires at the same time. 10 laps into runs. But it looks like this run's going to go all the way to the finish, and I don't seem to see any huge issues. So it looks like they may have just been a little bit of false alarm. Also, wasn't Christopher Bell the one that had the flat tire? He's in 9th, so good recovery. I don't know what Stewart Haas is going to be going forward. Ty Gibbs into the 5th spot. Eight to go in the stage as they run. Keep an eye on Alex Bowman. He is moving forward, and he has got great pace in that car. One of the fastest cars on the racetrack. So is Tyler Reddick, by the way. Tyler Reddick has really started chopping in to Kyle Busch's spot in 2nd. He's back within about a half a second of him, getting very close. So don't be surprised if Tyler Reddick finds his way to 2nd by the time we get there. Wow, he's going to go right by him, isn't he? 6 laps to go. And yeah, he's not even going to try and side drive. He's just going to clear him into the next corner. So move Tyler Reddick into 2nd. As I say that, another car that's got great speed the later into the run, Noah Gragson up to 17th. He's moved his way back from 30th. And lap time-wise, he's one of the better cars on the track. I mean, lap by lap, it does change. Everybody's kind of running pretty similar speeds. But pretty good pace out of that 10 car, who it looks like just went around John Hunter. So Reddick's cutting into Larson's lead, but there's not near enough time. With only 5 laps to go. Give it some time. But yeah, I think the 5's in good hands. But you got to remember, Reddick and those Toyotas had to come through the field to get where they're at. They're showing some pretty good pace. I'm thinking Toyota's going to have something to say about this race before it's all said and done. Oh, Larson way up along the wall. He's going to run the very top of the racetrack. Kevin Harvick said Kyle Larson should try to go lap Kaz Grala to keep William Byron pinned a lap down. That's an interesting concept. Yep, there you go. Gregson up to 16th. So good run for Noah so far. Glad to see that car get some rebound. Yeah, here come all them Toyotas. They're coming, but Larson, his lead is dropping, though. Even where he's at now, that lead is shrinking. Down to half a second. 2 to go. He might get there. Where's Tyler Reddick? He's 3/10 back with 1 to go. Keep an eye on it. This battle ain't over. Gibbs looking low, but he's going to kind of screw himself. He just went and followed in the tire tracks to Truex. That's going to cost him a spot to Hamlin, most likely. Trying to keep an eye. Reddick really closing the gap. It's not going to be enough, but he's coming. As they run into 3 and 4, Hamlin going to go way up top. Man, Reddick really closed the gap. Not enough, but wow, he got it down to, a half a car length? At the line, Truex nabs 3rd, Busch 4th, Hamlin in 5th. Shout out, Ty Gibbs in 6th. Corey LaJoie, 7th in the stage. That's 4 stage points. Corey LaJoie is making the playoffs this year. Hot take. I'm sealing it. He's going to make the playoffs this year. That 7 car is good. Austin Cindric gets a couple points in 9th, and Christopher Bell 10th. Bowman 12th. Logano 13th. Carson Hocevar 14th. Elliott 15th. Ooh, man, that's bad. But Noah 16th. Suarez on those old tires held on for 17th. Bubba 18th. John Hunter Nemechek 19th. And not Christopher Bell. Chase Briscoe, that's his name. Chase Briscoe in 20th. We will have pit stops coming when we come back, but for now, I'm going to throw in, what do they call this? Insert ad. We're doing that. I'm going to get some water. Alrighty. Got a Mountain Dew and a, what is that, a Yeti? Yeti koozie. That's what it is. It's a Yeti koozie. Alrighty. Well, let's see what we've got here moving forward. As of right now, it looks like Toyota's got the long run car because they got 5 of the top 10 and 4 of the top 6 as they got to the end of the stage there. And Reddick was coming and Kyle Busch was falling, so the Chevys definitely didn't show the long run speed, but can they hold it up front on the short run? Still waiting here. Not sure why it always takes them 4 laps to get to pit road. It's a stage caution. Line them up and go down pit road. Doesn't make sense to me. They wait for TV and now we're going to wait another half a lap? Like, what are we waiting on? Like, why are we waiting? Why do we ride for 5 laps before they open pit road? That's stupid. The fans paid to watch good green flag racing, then that's what they should get. After that long run, yeah, I expect everyone to do 4 tires and fuel here. I can't imagine 2 tires is a good option. All right, here they come. All right, here they come off pit road. Is it going to be Truex, Hamlin, Larson, LaJoy? Wow. What a job by the LaJoy pit crew. Gaining him 3 spots. Corey LaJoy's going to start top 4. Bowman up 5 spots. Logano up 5 spots as well. All right, Toyotas are going to be out front. Let's see what happens going into the next green flag run. For stage number 2, I'm going to throw in another ad because I got nothing better to do than pop open my tab right now. And, I don't know, ads are a chance where I can take my water. Nah. I'm tired. I am tired. Upcoming video, by the way, for those of you who don't know, and you wouldn't know because I've never said anything. Upcoming video going to be all 2018 Truck Series race versions that were made. I'm going to do a video of all of them, including some of the customs I had made as a Brett Moffitt fan every time he won. I'm getting it. So, every 2018 Truck Series race version diecast I have, which should be all of them, and some customs, I'm going to do that video next because some of those have to get listed on the site, and I hadn't done it yet. So, yeah, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to do a review of all 2018 truck diecast, then we're going to go 19, then we're going to go 2020, 2021, 2022. That way I just have all the Truck Series diecast for all the different seasons. So, 2022, was that Zane? I think that might have been Zane. I don't remember that season that well. It might have been Zane Smith that year, so I think all the 2022 trucks are in. 4 more laps to the restart. Here, here. Keep hitting my mic. No, seriously though, I'm gonna show this off again. This thing is super cool. I'm gonna change it to yellow. Change it to this. All I have to do is touch it with my hand. Green. Ooh, ooh, pretty. That looks cool. What's next? This is the this is that other color changing mode. Goes from red to yellow. What's this one? This one I think is a direct fade. It doesn't fade out. It just fades in from color to color to color. This is another one where it kind of just goes up. It goes up. So by the way, this is a full stand. It goes like up and then over. So this you're just seeing the over. It actually has a bend and then goes down. And so it has more to it. And I think this is where we get to the solid colors. That blue is a good looking blue. Purple, red. I usually keep it on solid red because I also have a red computer. I can't really show you it, but my computer lights are all red and my monitor stand is red. So everything glows red. Dude, we still aren't choosing? What are we doing? All right, well, we're still waiting for the thing to... They still haven't chosen yet, so we've still got a lot more time left because this is where, whoever said it earlier, this is where a race director comes in handy because they get the thing started faster. When the caution came out at lap 80, right? We're 6 laps into a caution. Why does it take 10 laps when there's no cleanup? No cleanup, just 10 laps to ride around for no reason. Like, that's 20 minutes, by the way. It's 2 minutes a lap. 20 minutes of sitting around waiting for the thing to go back to green. That's not... I'm just... I wish NASCAR get rid of stage yellows. If they kept them and shortened them up, that'd be fine. But this is so freaking long. Like, this is all time we could be under commercial. I hate to say it. Like, I don't care about... No offense to Denny Hamlin's pit crew member. I don't care about your interview. I don't care about your little podcast. I don't care about any of this crap. I want to see the racing on the racetrack. And the fact is, they're going to go green, and 5 laps later, we're going to be under commercial again, not seeing the racing. But we're getting to see all this other crap. And again, I don't care. And it's not a personal thing. If I have to choose between your little interview and the race, I want to see the race. Gosh, you think NASCAR would be a little bit smarter than that. Drove by Kansas Speedway on my way home, or my way to Kentucky. Kansas is it's a good track. I will say their promotional stuff is a little mid, but their track in terms of like the quality of the view and the racing you get to watch, like 100% one of the best places to watch a race. Third best in my opinion. Daytona's a great track, but it's hard to see. My favorite track is Bristol because Bristol's incredible. The next gen car kind of sucks at Bristol, unfortunately. But second favorite track is Iowa. Iowa is a great place to watch a race. You can see from anywhere. I literally never even sit in my seat. I always like to stand at the fence, just because it's a fun place to be. Like standing up at the fence, just kind of chilling over there, get the breeze at your back because you're not crowded in too tight. Just a really nice way to watch a race. And then Kansas is third. Ooh, how much contact we got here? Ooh, that's a decent amount of contact from the right front of Gibbs into the left rear of Larson. That's a decent amount of contact. I hope that's going to be all right. All right, coming back to green, Hamlin and Truex on the front row. Larson and LaJoie behind him. Who's going to get the push? Back to green we go. Looks like a good push on the bottom from Larson, so we'll see what happens when they get to turn 1. 2 by 2 all the way back. Alrighty, as we watch, looks like Truex is going to clear. Not quite, still side by side. Was that 4 wide back there? That looked like 4 wide for a second. I couldn't see it. Yeah, it was. That was 4 wide. Woo, that was tight. Corey LaJoie going to go for second. And as he does, Larson goes for third. So Truex falling back to 4th. It's Larson and LaJoie into the top 5. Actually, they were in the top 5. They moved forward. Counts for something. Fuck, zoom out. You can't see. This is so aggravating. All right, Truex looking back to the bottom. LaJoie with a late block, but didn't get to the corner real clean. That's going to allow Truex to get there. Meanwhile, Gibbs and Larson battle for fourth. And who's that into 6th? Ryan Blaney rising to the occasion. So Hamlin's starting to try to run away, but he's only 4/10 out front. He hasn't gone very far. LaJoie on the top side. Truex hanging in on the bottom. He's going to side draft him, but here comes Larson. He's going to push it 3 wide for the spot. Into 3 and 4. 3 wide. Oh, that's tight. That is really tight. LaJoie backs off of it. Now LaJoie's going to follow in the back of Larson. Here comes Kyle Busch. 3 wide on the bottom. That is for the 7th spot. All right, Larson is cleared for 2nd. He's going to try and pull the slider. Slide up in front of Truex, and he will take that spot. Truex with a slight lift. LaJoie with a slight lift as well. That's going to allow Blaney to make the move. Here comes Ryan Blaney for 4th. Alex Bowman taking the bottom lane as well as they roll through 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Hamlin out front by half a second at the moment. Yeah, 10 wasted laps under that. Not a fan. Ooh, that's a little tight between Busch and Blaney there. So Busch pushes LaJoie back in front. LaJoie goes to the bottom. Not enough time, though. Here comes Busch on the high side. Kyle Busch is storming back to the front. He has got a good car on the short run. That's a very good car for Kyle Busch. He's moving back right through the field like it was nothing. LaJoie back into the top 5, too, by the way. He's hanging in. All right, starting to string out. Here comes Bowman. He's going to look to the high side of Ryan Blaney as they exit turn 2. Not quite enough to get there, though. They'll single file out. Reddick and Cindric, that's a battle for 12th. Now it looks like he's going to try and clear for the 12th spot. Will he get there? Not quite enough. Momentum back on top. Here goes Reddick back past him. Bowman and Chastain, that is a battle for the 8th spot. Bowman didn't quite get to Blaney. Now he's finding himself with a battle of Chastain. Still hanging in up high. Still hanging in. Chastain tries to slide up. Not enough room. Run going to go back to the high side. Bowman way up to the top. He went way up to the very top of the racetrack. And they both close in on Joey Logano. And they're going to go 3 wide. Reddick all the way downstairs. Cindric in the middle and Logano up top. Logano must have had a really bad run. They were side by side and they still caught Logano and passed him. So Reddick will get himself into the 12th spot. Actually 11th. I forgot Logano fell back. Meanwhile, the 2 Penske cars will continue to battle for 12th. All right, Logano back up on the very tippy top. He got enough to make a good run, though. Going to shut the nose off, but he's going to cross him over. At the line, Logano gets the spot back. Meanwhile, it looks like that's Elliott in 14th, still struggling. That car just does not have any giddy up and go in it. It is just not fast. Bell going to slide by Bowman. That's for the 10th spot. And that's Carson Hocevar going past Chase Elliott for the 14th spot. Them Spire cars came to play. Can we fire Alan Gustafson yet, please? Golly. What's it going to take? Does it take like him to run 20th all year for them to finally realize there's a problem? All right. Looks like they're sounding like they're getting ready to go to a commercial. Well, maybe not. Half a second, a little over half a second, the gap from Hamlin to Larson. Truex back another half second from that. Kyle Busch has settled into 4th, just a little bit behind Truex. Surprises in the top 15. Stuart Haas running 16th, 17th. Briscoe Gregson. Austin Dillon, 19th. Haven't seen him up there all day. And Harrison Burton in 20th. Kind of the back half of the top 20 there is where they're showing up at. Carson Hocevar 14th. That would probably be my surprise of the day. I'm not surprised, though. I have high expectations for Carson this year. So that's not surprising to me. But if you looked at a score sheet from last year and just, oh, wait, Hocevar, that might surprise you. So good run so far for Hocevar. That's a top 15 effort. Also, Corey LaJoie in the top 5 and staying there. He keeps starting and staying in that top 5. I think Corey LaJoie is going to have a win by the end of this year. Or at least Spire is going to have one. I don't know who's going to come from, because LaJoie definitely has picked it up, and Hocevar running up there very well as well. He's up in 13th, just got by Austin Cindric. So there's definitely some potential out of that Spire stable this year. They have picked it up. Battle for third. Busch looking inside of Truex. Sail it off into the corner. He will clear. Is he going for the slider? Not really. He just hooked the bottom really, really well. Move Kyle Busch into the third spot. 64 laps to go in the stage. 21 down. They will have to pit somewhere in this stage. They cannot make it all the way on fuel, I don't believe. So there will be at least one pit stop in this stage somewhere. The question is, where will it fall? Oh, yeah, the 77 was never good with Ty Dillon. That's not even a question. That's not even a question. Ty Dillon is not a good race car. I shouldn't say he's not good. He's in NASCAR, but, he's taking the Rackley truck that Matt DiBenedetto put in the playoffs last year, and they're running 20th in it. 20th to 25th. Like, for those who thought Matt DiBenedetto underachieved in the truck series, no. That 25 truck is not a good truck. He hauled that thing into the playoffs and almost won a race with it. Actually did win one year before, but... he definitely, hauled that sucker into the playoffs just to make it go anywhere. So, yeah, that is definitely something that cannot be understated is how good Matt DiBenedetto drove that truck last year. Chase is going to have a season like Junior did from 2008 to 2013. Probably, man. I mean... Again, if they're not going to make any changes on the pit box, you're not going to get any different results. I don't know what they think was going to happen. I mean, I get it. They were really good in 2022, but a lot of that was luck. I'll be honest. Talladega, that's always a crapshoot. Atlanta the second time, good car, but, it's still Atlanta kind of a crapshoot. He won at Dover. Just got out front on the last sequence of pit stops. And then Nashville, same thing. Well-timed pit stops got him out front. And then Pocono, he didn't even win, technically. He crossed line third. So, I just don't think Alan Gustafson's that guy that's going to find a way to get him up front. I mean, no top fives on a mile and a half in 2 years. That is mind-blowing. That's a big number. Because mile and a halves are setups, pit strategy, and then driver, I would say. I mean, just look, good pit strategy got Corey LaJoie up front, and he's holding it. But Corey LaJoie didn't pass his way all the way up to fourth. They used pit strategy. They worked strategy to get up there. So it's strategy, then I would say, actually it's setup, strategy, maybe those, I don't know, one of the two. But anyway, setup, strategy, then driver on mile and a half, and they have not had a top five. And I think the other very damning evidence was last year when other people hopped in that car, they didn't run well at all. I mean, that car ran 30th. We're not talking it ran in the mid-teens. It dropped off by a few spots. No, that car went to the back, 30th, 28th, 27th. I mean, that car was junk when someone else stepped into it. So, that being said, also I forgot to mention, during the commercial we had a change for the lead. Kyle Larson has moved past Denny Hamlin. But anyway, what I was trying to say is, when your car... if Kyle Larson gets out of the car and Josh Berry hopped in it for some reason last year, the 5 car would go from running in the lead to running for 12th to 16th. It'd fall off. Chase Elliott went from battling for 5th to the 9 car, then running 30th. I mean, Corey LaJoie ran worse in the 9 car than the 7. That tells you how bad the 9 car was last year. It was a bad race car. It did not run fast. It was not good. So yeah, and some of it may be Elliott's approach to the race. They want a different type of setup that just isn't fast anymore. So there's other things like that can definitely play a role in it, for sure. But that doesn't change the fact that something's got to change. It ain't working. All right, Hamlin and Busch now battling for the second spot. Busch up high. I can't tell because they won't zoom in on the stupid battle for second because they're showing Kyle Lark. There you go. Camera operators are starting to learn. Busch around the high side. I'm guessing they'll clear by the time they get back to the next set of corners. Here he goes. Kyle Busch to second, and the two Chevys have found their way back up front. Corey LaJoie hanging around in fourth, and he's decently quick. He's starting to close in on Denny Hamlin. Man, them Spire cars, it's impressive to see what they've done to start the year. Yeah, Gustafson only has one championship, and the championship-winning crew chief is nothing to scoff at, but it is also telling to say his drivers were Mark Martin, Jeff Gord, Kyle Busch, and Chase Elliott. He's gotten one driver a championship, and never had more than 5 wins in a season. Now, I'm not saying 5 wins is bad. 5 wins is a good season, but when you have that caliber of driver, in those, like, you'd think one of them would have a breakout season of 6 to 10 wins, right? Cliff Daniels has done it. Paul Wolf's done it. Like, there's so many crew chiefs that have had more than 5 wins in a season. And he's only maxed out at 5 because that's kind of where he's at. He's not, I don't want to say mid, but he's just good, not great. I would put him in that category. Good, would be an upgrade for a lot of teams, but not great. And great wins you championships and wins you 10 races. All right, Corey LaJoie starting to slip back. He just got passed by Truex and Blaney. Move him back to 6th. So Carr's starting to slide away on him a little bit. Now here comes Gibbs to his inside. So Gibbs is going to probably take that spot. I'll move Corey back to 7th. So a little bit of a slide here for Corey LaJoie. We'll see if he can get that thing to hold on for a little bit. Only 30 laps into the run. We got a little ways to go. Still 50-some to go in the stage. There will be a pit stop somewhere. The question is, when do you make it? You can wait till the very end of your pit window, which will be about 60 to 65 laps. Or you could do it right at the middle point, which is 40 laps. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of mixed bag as far as which one to do. And again, this is where, personally, if I put my crew chief hat on, if I'm Chase Elliott, I'm either going to be the first to stop, and I'm going to short pit it and pit right at the midpoint of the stage, or I'm going to turn around and run my tank all the way out of gas. I mean all the way out. I'm going to run it all the way out because I'm going to hope to catch a caution and have a bunch of guys pinned a lap down and then cycle myself up front. Because he's running 15th and he hasn't been able to pass his way forward. So that tells me there's not enough speed to get up there the other way. Time to use, time to use some strategy to try and get up front. Who do I want as the crew chief of the 9? Well, if he was available, Cole Pern. 100%. Cole Pern is awesome. If not Cole Pern, I want to see Michael McDowell's current crew chief. I don't know if they're going to talk him away from front row, though. That front row team got better. Well, actually, I don't see him in the top 20 this time, so maybe not quite as good as we thought. But I would say Michael McDowell's crew chief. I would say, like I said, Cole Pern. And not really sure. I think you gotta give guys a chance to really find out what their mentality is. I mean, Cliff Daniels never crew chiefed until he got to the Cup Series. He didn't crew chief in other series. So if you've got an engineer with a really die-hard set, mindset on winning, like he doesn't care if you got to stay out and save fuel for 30 laps. He doesn't care if you got to only put 2 tires on. Like, he wants to do whatever you have to do to win. He just wants to win, 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 win. I want that guy because that's the type of guy that is going to be really aggressive on the strategy and try to steal some wins that probably aren't deserved. They're going to look at it and say, caution with 10 to go and everybody's pitting for 4 tires. 2. Let's go up front and see what happens. Or, caution with 3 to go. Everyone pits and we're in 20th. Stay out. Old tires aren't going to be worth a lot, but maybe we can get some luck. Let's, just try something. So, it's more the approach than the actual person. I just want someone with that level of approach because, God, is it tough to watch other guys take chances and think, man, my guy could have done that. There's nothing stopping him. So the field has started to spread out a little bit. We've got kind of the top 20 cars all have a decent gap in there. And pit stops have begun. Lap 38 of 85, still 47 to go. This is definitely early in the stage, so I'm a little curious to see what you do here. So they're stopping on the early side of the pit window. We will see if this works or not. I'm a little confused or concerned. I don't think this is going to work as well as they think. There are a lot of cars coming down pit road. Suarez is in. Blaney's in. Dillon is in. Who else was that? I think Gibbs just came in. Yep. Gibbs, Hamlin, Truex, all to pit road. Byron to pit road. Hocevar stayed out. Elliott, Cindric, Logano, Bowman, all to pit. Everybody's pitting. And once again, Elliott ties no strategy whatsoever. Let's see if Gragson tries some strategy. Stay out for the whole stage and see what happens. Come on. Try something. Do something out of the box. I mean, you're running 20th. Like, I know that you might think, well, we need to build on the future and whatnot, but no, go for it. Go for a good finish. Like, try to go steal something big. LaJoy, Busch, Hocevar all into pit road. Looks like Gragson's coming. Yep, Gragson's coming too. Chastain, Reddick, and Bell are the only ones that stayed out, and they're still not halfway into the stage yet. They're all pitting on the short side of the fuel window. See, this I do not get. I mean, I am on the mindset that you should stay out and try to at least run to the 50% point if you're Chastain. What is, like, you pitted laps after everyone else, you're one lap fresher tires or whatever, like, you're going to get caught in traffic doing that. But if you pit, you know, laps later, you have a shot to actually do something. And I keep an eye on the 4 car running 5th. That's a guy that has a chance. Nah, and he just pitted. Never mind. It looks like everyone's going to pit. Nobody's going to pull any strategy. Yep, there they all go. Not one car pulled strategy. Not one. Not one car pulled anything funky to try and steal some track position. Not a single one. That's crazy to me. It's crazy. So Larson and Hamlin back out front. That was the whole pit stop sequence. Not one car, like I said, not one car tried anything fun. Where's the fun? Austin Dillon, by the early pit stop, has found himself up into the 11th and 12th spot. Look at that. Ross Chastain, too fast entering. He will have to do a pass-through. Hocevar did not have a good pit stop sequence. He is now in 17th. Blaney up to 3rd by pitting early. And like I said, if you're going to pit early. I would have loved to have seen someone run it long. But maybe they're worried about tires. I don't know. I would have been a little concerned, but I guess not. So we are cycled all the way through. Hamlin, Larson are the 2 out front. Blaney 3rd. Busch 4th. Gibbs 5th. Truex 6th. Chastain sped. He's in 7th, but he'll have to do a pass-through. Reddick 8th, Logano 9th, LaJoy top 10, and Elliott 11th. Elliott will move into the top 10 after the pit stop or after Chastain serves his penalty. So he's doing that now, and we'll see if he's able. I don't think he's going to stay on the lead lap either. He's going to be slightly over 1 lap down. It's going to be close. He might be just behind the leaders by the time he gets back out and up to speed. Here he goes, up to speed. Larson closing at full speed, entering the corner. He's definitely going to come out behind him, but he's going to be within striking distance. If Chastain can get his car up to speed, he's going to be about 3 to 5 seconds behind. As they get into 3 and 4 here, he's going to be side by side with Blaney. He's got a shot. Chastain could get his lap back the old-fashioned way by passing the leader. Oh, my gosh, we're going to commercial. Anyway, so don't count Chastain out just yet. He definitely is close enough to get the lucky dog, because any guy that gets lapped, he'll be right there to pounce. But he could get there the old-fashioned way. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, not seeing much out of the Rick Ware cars that's very appealing so far. Yeah, a little concerned. Corey LaJoy's car has not fired off very well the last couple runs. We'll have to see, but it's he's back to 9th, and his lap time didn't look very good the last time by, so we'll see if it comes back up. But there's a good. We'll see what we see. I'm not real impressed so far with the speed on this run. I think overall Spire's still looking like they've made some great improvements, but yeah, it does not look like it's gonna be. He's gonna have to use strategy to kind of get and hold some of those spots. All right, so we're almost down to 35 laps to go. 2 more ways, so 37 to go as I look at it. Looking at the lap timer, it looks like... Who's our fastest? Looks like Larson's our fastest. Oh, Reddick had a good lap. Larson, Reddick, Hocevar, kind of the 3 that are turning some good times in. Byron has rebounded to 17th, so he's getting back into the top 20. Get some water. Alrighty. More NASCAR commercials. Not a problem, but Kyle Busch showing really good speed. Man, that 8 car is really good on the short run. If we have a 10-lap finish, 10-lap run to the finish, that 8 car is a guy to watch. Falls off a little bit late in the run, but man, is it fast for about 20 to 25 laps. That thing is quick. Oh, what are you doing up there, kitty? Are you up in the rafters? Are you up in the rafters? Well, kitty's up in the rafters, so that's new. Careful. What are you doing up there? What are you doing? Yeah. Alright. Well, you have to get yourself down. So 34 to go in the stage. Larson, 2-second lead over Hamlin. Blaney's starting to close in on Larson, so getting that gap closed down a little bit. Meanwhile, as I said that, Kyle Busch just blew the doors off of Ryan Blaney. He is coming. All right, you going to lay down on the stud? He's hanging out in the rafters right above me. All right, I wanted to see where Chastain's speed was at, because he was actually close enough that he might be able to close in on Kyle Larson and company. Actually, I think he's in second. He's right behind Kyle Larson. So he may get it back the old-fashioned way. Yeah, Elliott has snuck into the top 10. Nothing I'm going to be overly impressed about. What are you doing? Makes me nervous. He's a little on the klutzy side. Oh my gosh. He's sliding around on the rafters because he's on the angled part, and he's sliding back and forth. Golly. All right, just don't fall. Just don't fall. All right, so LaJoie's faded to 10th. Looks like Elliott may have just gotten past him here. So the 9 car's starting to show a little bit of pace. You good? Oh, a slow pit stop cost him the time. But glad he got it tight. Pit penalty would have been way worse. All right, looking at it on track again. So he's still running in the 10th spot. Byron is up to 16th. Looking at some lap times. Oh, wow, Bowman is off the pace. So is Suarez. Both of those guys had some really bad laps last time by. Oh, that's not good at all. Yeah, Byron's going to probably get by Suarez here in the next lap or two, showing some pretty good speed there. Where'd he go? I don't see where he went. I just hear he has a little bell on his collar, so it jingles every time I see something. Or every time I hear it, a little jingle comes from somewhere. Kyle Busch moving into second. Lap times for Kyle Busch look pretty good. It's not quite to Larson, but it's close. Gosh. So, yeah, Chastain is closing in on the back of Larson. He's going to try and get that lap back the old-fashioned way. He's going up high, and he's running a little bit faster than Kyle Larson. Still 28 laps to go. There's a long time to go in the stage yet. Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. 27 to go. So he's starting to close in, still a little ways back. Ty Gibbs, shout out, running the 5th spot, showing some pretty good speed today. Might be one of Ty Gibbs' best finishes coming out later if he's able to just maintain where he's at on speed. Keep an eye on it. Looking at the lap timer. Yeah, Larson's kind of in a league of his own. There's not a lot of people able to keep with him on lap pace. Out to a 3-second lead. Oh, there goes Byron. Finally got by Suarez. Got close to him a little early and then fell off and had to kind of rerun him down. Oh, I didn't know that. So Bubba Wallace had trouble on the right rear lug nut. Sounds like he was there for a very extended stop and then went 3 laps down. So Bubba's day is, wow, that stinks. But he's multiple laps down. He's going to need to pull some strategy to get back on the lead lap. Probably have to try taking some wave rounds or something. Wouldn't be a bad idea, though. Try to take the wave round and then kind of off-sequence yourself. All right, looks like they're going back to another commercial. So, how many? 24 to go? 24 to go. 24 to go. Where'd he go? I don't know. Maybe jump down on the shelving back there or something. So as they run, it's going to be Larson, Busch, Hamlin, Blaney, and Gibbs in your top 5. Lap time-wise, you can see on the screen, still, Kyle Larson is the fastest car on the track. And with only 23 to go and a 4-second lead, I think he's probably going to wrap up the stage if it stays green. Other potential movers we could see, Gibbs going, that was just maybe one bad lap. But it looks like Reddick's got a good car. So Reddick could catch Gibbs. That's a battle that might, might develop towards the end of the stage. Looks like Elliott might close on Logano. I don't know. That doesn't look like enough. What else we got? We got Byron. He's probably going to close on a lot of cars. I think Byron could get up to about 11th, judging by lap times. I mean, we'll see. All of this is dependent on, when you catch guys, how you catch them, all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, those are all battles I can see happening. .21 laps to go yet. So this one's going to string out a little bit. Looks like this one could be a little bit more simple of a stage. Not a crazy amount of cautions or anything. Legacy Motor Club, 22nd, 23rd. Not an impressive day by any stretch. Stenhouse in 25th. It's been a miserable start to the year for him so far. I say miserable. He had a top 10 last week, but just hasn't really shown the speed to be up front with all these guys majority of the year. 20 to go. I think Hamlin may run Kyle Busch back down. We'll see. It's about a little under a second gap, but there is still, like I said, 19 laps to go. I think Hamlin's car is better on the long run, so there is a chance that battle could redevelop as the tires wear out. We'll see if Hamlin runs him back down. Let's see, anyone else? No, there's a big old gap. I don't think Logano's catching anyone. Logano's got a big 7-second gap in front of him. Okay, this is all good and dandy, but can you just show the race? I'm curious where Chastain is. Is he back on the lead lap? A lot of in-car cams are doing a little music montage, but... Okay, so he's not back on the lead lap yet. He's probably right behind Larson or very close to it. Yep, there he is. About 3 seconds back. 1 to 3 seconds back. Oh, wow, look at that wind. That is a windy day. Man, not a great start to the year for Colleague thus far. .1 seconds is the gap. Like I said, Kyle Larson's has this stage. This is going to be Kyle's stage unless something happens. So Kyle Larson's going to probably run away with that. He's pretty much untouchable on lap time. Hamlin's starting to get closer to Kyle Busch as far as lap time. So I think, like I said, that battle could definitely reemerge. Don't really see anyone else that I see any major battle coming forward. I do see Byron continues to move forward. Like I said, I think he can get to about 11th. Actually, he could get to 10th now that he's fallen back. We'll see. If the traffic gets good enough, there's definitely a chance he gets there. Carson Hocevar just pitted. He may have hit the wall. So Carson Hocevar's rookie season is looking like a rookie season so far. I'm not sure what it was. They did mention he just pitted, but I can't quite tell for what. But that does move Byron up into 12th. So like I said, Byron may not be out of the stage point conversation just yet with 13 to go in the stage. Twelve laps to go. I'm very curious to see where Ross Chastain tries to run to get his lap back, because that's going to be a very interesting. He's about 3 seconds off. He's still got a little ways to go if he's going to catch him. But the problem is Larson is literally lapping cars now. So if he wants to free pass, he has to catch him. Now he's got 10 laps to make that ground up on the lap cars, so I think he can get there. But it's going to be close. It's going to be a tight battle. As I say, tight battle. Looks like Reddick's going to clear up in front of Ryan Blaney. That is a battle for the fourth spot. Move Reddick into 4th. And those Toyotas, on the long run, continue to get better and better. It seems like they come on towards the end of the run. Oh, we got a caution. We got a caution. Caution, caution, caution. What are their caution? It doesn't say. What is it? What is it? What is it? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. What is it? What is it? What is it? Come on. What's our caution? All right, there's a... Oh, here it is. Oh, it's Christopher Bell, 14th position. Looks like, is it another right rear? Christopher Bell spun out of turn 2. He was running in the top 20. And I think he's going to probably lose a lap on it. Yes, he does. He loses a lap in that situation as well. And that's going to knock him probably back behind Chastain. But because of that situation, Chastain did not get the lucky dog. He didn't get up to him fast enough. So Chastain is not the lucky dog, and now Christopher Bell is a lap down. Looks like a single car spin. Who said big wreck? NASCAR news, come on. Single car spin. You remind me of the, I think it was a Phil Parsons call. Casey Kane won the truck race, and it was like, Kane wins it at the line, and a huge crash behind him, and there's one truck spinning in the grass. It's like, okay, Phil, whatever you say. Big wreck. It did look like it was going to be big. I saw the amount of smoke coming out, and I was like, ooh, this could get bad. And then I look, and yeah, no, not too bad. Not a lot of people involved. But he laid down a decent smoke screen. I'll give him that. There's a lot of smoke down there. All right, so 8 laps to go. Excuse me. They will probably get started before the end of the stage. What do? Do you go for stage points? Do you take 2 tires and go for stage points and then come back in a second time and get 2 more tires? Do you go for 4 tires and just stay out under the stage caution and take the track position? What do you do to try and gain some track position or points or whatever you want to do? What do you do? So, and this has always been my opinion. You're in Chase Elliott's position. I'm always going to crew chief for my favorite driver, you know, hypothetically. But if I'm in Chase Elliott's position and pit road opens, I'm doing the opposite of everyone in front. I see 2 tires on the 5. All right, I'm doing 4 and I'm staying out. I see 4 tires on the 5. I'm doing 2. You know, they will have the time to make the audible call. Here they come. 8 to go as they come to pit road. All single filed up. Get out of those zoomed in shots. Show the big full shot of pit road. Let's go. All right, Kyle Busch is in. They're going to do... Oh, they did not get the right side tight. Kyle Busch, long stop. Kyle Busch is going to lose a lot of spots. Right front tire didn't get tight. They had to jack it back up and do it again. So long stop for Kyle Busch. Looks like 4 tires on just about everybody. I don't see a lot of other stuff going on. A lot of mediocre pit stops there. Looking at them coming out of pit road. Bowman goes for 2, so Bowman going for the points. Everyone else did 4. Looks like, yeah, Ty Gibbs is still on pit road. They can't, nope, now they got it off. I don't know what the deal is. So Ty Gibbs loses a bunch of spots. And now they're going to have an uncontrolled tire violation. Oh, poor Ty Gibbs. The good news is he's only going to the tail end of the longest line, so not a big deal. But Kyle Busch with a bad stop. Ty Gibbs with a bad stop. Good pit strategy on Alex Bowman. He's going to go for 2 tires, and he's going to try and win the stage. I think that's a good call. Now the question is, what do you do if you're Ross Chastain and Christopher Bell? My obvious decision, stay out. Why would you not? You know you have a caution in 7 laps. You are guaranteed fresh tires in 7 laps and the lead lap. Like, easy call. So if you're anybody a lap down, this is what you call the wave around caution. Everybody stays out, waves around, and goes back to the front. So, yeah, got overhyped. Hey, that's all right. It happens. So, yeah, it'll be about a 3 to 4 lap run to the finish. I think you got to stay out, take the wave around if you're anybody back there. That's just common sense, or it should be. William Byron up to 11th on that pit stop, so he's moving forward. Noah Gragson 13th. And, I mean, when I say Noah Gragson got to 13th, he just didn't have a bad stop. Like, a lot of guys in front of him had bad stops and lost a lot of ground. Where'd Briscoe end up? 12th, so... Shriners Children's 500 at Phoenix. Next Sunday, pre-race at 2:30, race at 3:30 Eastern. So we will have the stream going for the race only. I don't stream pre-race. I just don't know. I don't know how to fill time, man. I'm here to watch a race. I don't want to watch pre-race. I already know all that. I have Twitter. So yeah, real bad stop for Gibbs. He'll go to the back. Good news is he's gonna get a chance to get re-racked, so he can get some on the restart and then try and go back and get some more on the restart. So at least they've got that going for him. 6 to go on the stage. Still haven't lined up yet, though. Like I said, Bowman took 2 tires. I imagine that is just a gamble for track position right now. He's going to pit again at the stage. I don't mind the call. So Bowman's going to try and get stage points and try to snag a playoff point. And then his next goal after the playoff point is he's going to get 4 tires and hope that him on fresher tires does eventually pan out. So he's hoping that the 3-lap, 4-lap fresher tires he's going to put on at the caution are going to be so much better he can drive back through the field. I think that's bold. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's worth a risk. He was running, 11th to 15th. This way he can steal some points while he's already there, and we'll see what he can do for after that. All right, here they come to the choose. Alex Bowman, which lane will he go with? I think he should go to the outside. He is going to go inside. You're really going to cut it off before we can see the choose? Dude, Fox directors are terrible. They don't know what they're doing. Like, that's an important part of the race is what lane they choose. It's not crucial, but it's important. I mean, telling you, these guys don't like racing. Like, they don't know racing. All they think is like, just show car and show this. It's like, you got to show the whole thing. All right, so trying to look. I can't see the lineup, but I know. Okay, yeah. So Bowman went low. Larson went high. I think high lane is definitely the preferred lane at that point. Then it would be Reddick went low. Interesting. Reddick went low. I like the high lane here. I think Bowman's going to get bogged down on the bottom. And I think that's going to let the high lane kind of roll and potentially get a good run through 1 and 2. So we'll see. If the clean air is good enough, I think Bowman's going to be all right. But if it's not, he could stack that bottom lane up and that top lane roll right around him. All right, coming to the green flag. It'll be 5 laps to go, right? No, 4 to go. 4 to go at the line. All right, it's going to be 4 to go when they get to the line. What do we have? What do we have? Let's see. Don't show the fans. Show the restart, you doofus. Golly, those camera operators. Not even camera operators. The guy choosing the cameras, the producer, but still. All right. 2 by 2. A lot of pushing. Oh, we got them going 3 wide at the start-finish line already. They are 4 wide as they go through 1 and 2. Bowman out front. The 2 tires seem to work. So Larson does end up snagging the lead in 1 and 2. Here comes Reddick for... oh, he's not going to get there. Reddick got to the inside, but Bowman powers back around the outside. Here comes Reddick. He's going to look back to the bottom. Coming back around. Hamlin and Truex are going to probably go around Blaney here. That's a battle. So Larson, Bowman, Reddick, and then we've got the... oh my gosh, it's a gaggle. I don't even know what to tell you. Reddick to the bottom, Bowman to the middle, Hamlin up high, Truex in the middle, Blaney at the bottom, all in one big battle here as they come out of turn 4, or turn 2. Ooh, we got contact! Blaney with a good hard side draft on Truex, heading off into 3 and 4. Coming around to the last lap of the stage, they are still 3 wide. Blaney shuts the door on Truex. That was tight. Meanwhile, Larson and Reddick are going to start the battle. And meanwhile, here comes Chase Elliott to join the party. Can't see because you're zoomed in on Reddick's rear bumper. Kind of stupid. All right, there we go. Now we can see. Battle on the backstretch. It's going to be Larson to the bottom. Reddick going to sail it in high and try to make it stick. He's not going to get there, so Larson's going to snag the win. It's going to be Larson, Reddick, Hamlin. We can't see. Come on. Then it's going to be Blaney, Truex. Is that Elliott? All right, 5th. Is that a P5? P4. I'm trying to read here. P5. P6. Sorry, P6. Hamlin, Blaney, Truex, Elliott, then Dillon, Bowman, Logano, all the way back to 9th. Eric Jones snags a top 10 spot. So that all shakes out. Now the question is, what do they do under the stage caution? Do they pit? Do they go and take tires again? Fun little run to the end of stage 2. I will say, though, I think this is the type of stuff that really breaks the race up and slows it down. I mean, these 2 back-to-back cautions, and the second one being unnecessary almost, kind of slows the race down. I don't know. I'm very hit or miss on stages. I just don't know what to make of them. But that's your top 10. If you see them there, Larson, Reddick, Hamlin, Blaney, Truex, Elliott, Dillon, Bowman, Logano, and Jones. I believe that is both stage wins went to Kyle Larson, if I remember correctly. So that's going to be a very good day so far for Kyle Larson out front. Elliott has gotten up there. Pit strategy, not really. Just good pit stops, gained a couple spots, and then a good restart, gained another 2 spots. So is he a race contender? I still don't think so, unfortunately. I would love it. I would love it if it was, but I just don't think so. Got some of the 75th NASCAR Authentics. Ooh. See, I don't do a ton of Authentics, but I have really started to get into the winner's circle. I've picked up a good chunk of those. I'm still missing Wave 3, but I do really like those winner's circle cars. I think those are really cool. I think those are actually almost better than the cars we were getting straight from Lionel. The interior detail was a small difference in them, but the biggest thing was, the base, the card, the resealable packaging. The Winter Circle is a good product. That's a good line of cars. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw an ad in. We'll be back for pit stops real quick. Alrighty. Alright, so we're keeping an eye on it. We are now 2 laps into the stage, but about 100 laps to go, probably 95 by the time they go green. Gonna be very curious to see what they do for strategy. All these guys were on pit road just 10 laps ago and only had about 5 green flag laps on their tires. Is 5 green flag laps enough to justify coming to get some more? That's a good question. With 100 to go, you could justify it either way. You could pit early. You could come get fresh ones. I do think you're going to be better off out front if you're out front. But if you're a guy like Noah Gragson in 13th, do you come back in and get 4 new ones? Do you have enough tires to get 4 new ones? That'll be a good question. So Bowman did pull some strategy. He ends up getting 8th in the stage, so he did get some points. So if he's going for points, he got some points. Not the worst deal in the world for that. You can see the point scores. Larson and Reddick, the big point scores. Truex and Hamlin, both all above the double-digit line. Kyle Busch, 7 points. Blaney, 7. Gibbs, Elliott, 5. And Dillon and LaJoie, 4. So a lot of point scores in the 7 and under category. And then there's there's a little bit more point scoring up top there with Larson sweeping the stages. Here comes Bowman. Who else? Just Bowman. Oh, wait, here we go. Now we got some splitting off going on. Is that Byron? William Byron. I love the call. Rudy Fugle is a guy. He knows what he's doing. So Rudy Fugel's going to bring him down, put 4 fresh ones on, and give him an advantage. That's the biggest thing. Instead of saying I'll start you 15th with equal tires with everyone, I'll start you 20th, and I'll give you a fresh one so you got something to work with to get past everybody. But I'm going to put the wheel in your hands. I like that. Good call, Rudy Fugle. We'll see. I don't know if it's a race-winning move, but I think he's going to get back in the top 5 by the time this race is over. We'll see. I don't know. He may have some damage, but I just think that's a good option. Why crank it up on pit road? It's not a bad idea because really there's not much to see. I think these onboard cameras while doing pit stops is stupid. But I mean, when they used to have the 5-lug pattern, crank it up was awesome on pit road. I don't think it's a bad thing. Now, I wouldn't do it every single week. They've done it all 3 weeks now. I wouldn't do that. I would still put more of them on the racetrack, but so, yeah, Larson has 2 stage wins now, and we will see. Like I said, 100 to go. If you split the stage in half, you can go 50 and 50. The pace typically falls off about a second. That's worth the pit stop. You would need a lot more fall off to try a 2-stop strategy in this stage. Now, the good news is you could do it. If you wanted to be really different, you could try a two-stop strategy and see what happens. Again, I'm a guy that likes to see a gamble every so often. Kyle's got good enough car he can get back up there. If I'm Brad Keselowski has been irrelevant today. If I'm Brad Keselowski, I'm two-stopping this. I'm going to try a two-stop strategy. I'm going to pull myself into pit road, give myself a big advantage super early in the run, outside of the fuel window, because that's how you commit to the three-stop or the two-stop strategy. And that way you can see how many people get dragged to pit road with you. And then what will happen is because you got your tires so much earlier, when the pit stop cycle sequences out, you'll be in the lead. Any caution that comes out from there to the point where you have to pit again, you're in the lead or close to the lead. Then you pit a second time, you get tires, and now you're pitting from the lead, so you end up a little over a lap down, but with brand new fresh tires for the remainder of the race, the last about 40 laps. If you're running 100 laps, it's 30, 30, and 30. So about 30 laps, you have brand new fresh tires that are 20 laps fresher than everybody else. And 20 laps is worth about a second. So you'll be a second faster for 30 laps. It's about 30 seconds you'll gain. You'll still finish, ballpark-wise, about 15 seconds behind the leader. But 15 seconds behind the leader might be 12th or 10th or even 8th. Versus, I mean, he's 13th now, but I'm assuming this is under the assumption he'll fall to about 20th or so. So who knows? I don't mind the idea. Alan going to try a two-stopper? No, he's not. Alan doesn't ever do anything outside the box. He is always in the box. Name one race Chase Elliott won on pit strategy, like a two-tire or something. Like, it doesn't happen. Dover, he won because he stayed out, because staying out was the common sense call. When everybody pitted with 5 to go at Dover in 2018, that was just stupid on everybody else. That's not, I mean, he should make that call to stay out. And he's blatantly screwed races up where he pits with, 2 to go in the Coke 600 in 2020. I think we all know that was dumb. So, there's definitely, there's a number of races you can point out where you're just like, what in the heck, man? Legacy in the back again. Yeah, Legacy, I mean, they've been top 20 a couple times, but not anything super crazy. I mean, Jones is running 9th. But yeah, RFK, Buescher went out early, and I mean, like I said, I haven't seen Brad Keselowski be a factor at all yet, so I'm still not sure exactly what we've got for RFK this year. Stewart-Haas hasn't looked terrible. Obviously, the best Ford team has been Penske, with Blaney up front, Logano in 8th, and Cindric's been kind of hanging around. I don't know where Cindric went. Must have fallen back, but Penske hasn't looked terrible. They've been the best Ford team thus far, but Ford as a whole hasn't looked great. Chevy, Busch has been good. Larson's been good. Byron pre-trash bag was really fast. And then you've got Elliott and Dillon up there in the top 10. Again, more pit strategy that got him there. I haven't really seen the raw speed that tells me they belong there. But LaJoie had a good first half of the race. I mean, still running 11th, but got some stage points. So I don't know if that's going to hold on for the whole race, but they're showing something. They've got something to build off of. So yeah, we'll see. Trackhouse, Chastain had a fast car, but got pinned a lap down. Now he's back on the lead lap, but he's way back in traffic. 100 to go. I don't know if that's enough time for him to get back up there or not. And then Gibbs and the Toyota cars have been really fast. Reddick's been fast. Hamlin's been fast. Truex has been fast. The other Toyotas have been fast as well, but they've had more mistakes. Bell had a couple spins or flat tires. Gibbs had the really long pit stop. That obviously really hurt him. What other one we got? Bubba had a long pit stop, kept him a couple laps down. And then there was another. Who's the other Toyota car I'm thinking of? The 11, the 19. Oh, the 54 and the 20. Yeah, so the 54 and 20 had trouble. Those are 2 Gibbs cars. And then Bubba had trouble. And then Legacy. Legacy's not been much of a factor today. All right, they're doubled up. Larson's going to be on the bottom, Reddick high. Then it's going to be Hamlin bottom, Blaney high. Truex bottom, Elliott high. So that'll be your top 6 as they line up here, coming to 100 or 95 laps to go in the final stage, or in the race, really. So 95 to go in the race, and I expect us to see mostly one-stop strategies in this stage, but like I said, I would not be opposed, if I'm back in the pack, to trying a two-stopper, especially Kyle Busch. He's had a good car on the shorter run. Take advantage of that shorter run speed and just run the wheels off it and maybe catch a break. Look at that wind. Alrighty, guys, here we come. Back to the green flag. Yeah, it was a stuck lug. That's what it was. Rodney's typically the same in certain situations. Rodney will gamble at very specific points, but he kind of needs his driver to be on board with it. And I think you got to have the seasons where Harvick was real aggressive and not points racing. Because they've had races where they had some really fun strategies that they would try. Bottom lane, good surge on the restart. Ooh, who's that? Hamlin slid up. They're going to be 3 wide as they exit turn 2. Zoom out, Fox. We can't see. Big 3 wide battle in the middle. It's Briscoe bottom, Elliott middle. Oh my gosh, they are 3 by 3 as Larson drives away. Larson is gone out front. They are 3 by 3 for 2 different sets of lanes. They're still 3 by 3. Nobody can get clear between Elliott, Briscoe, and Blaney. Logano's going to come back and try to give a push to Blaney as they get to the end of the front stretch, but they are stacked up 3 by 3 all the way around. Man, they are still 3 by 3. This has been like 4 straight laps. Looks like pack racing back there. Elliott, Briscoe, and Blaney cannot get clear of each other. They are 3 by 3 by 3 all the way around. None of them can get clear. All right, Briscoe got clear. Elliott went up right behind him, and then it's Blaney and Logano, or no, that's Dillon, that are going to slide in there. Wow, that was 5 straight laps of 3 by 3 there. Holy smokes. What a race. Now Blaney got a big run. He'll go around the outside of Elliott and get that spot back. I think Blaney was the faster of those cars and just kind of got stuck in traffic. Oh, he got good side draft on Elliott and a huge no. Oh, he blocked the wind hard in turn 1. Elliott's going to lose another spot to Dillon. Oh, yeah, Elliott's getting blocked by Dillon. Now here comes Gibbs around the outside. He's going to lose another spot. Gosh, dang it, man. Getting arrow blocked in every corner. Got to find a way to get up high, probably, or just get out of the wake of these cars in front. They just keep air blocking you. Got to find a way around that. That cost him from 6th to 7th to 8th to 9th now. Meanwhile, as we say that, Ty Gibbs coming around Austin Dillon. That's for the 7th spot. They are side by side. Dillon actually looks like he's going to clear. So Dillon goes up into the 6th or 7th position. Yeah, that 9 car, I just don't think he's quite good enough for the... Not anything close to his teammates, unfortunately. Got up there on pit strategy, though. Was able to do, hold a couple laps there, but just doesn't have the same level of car. As we say that, Carson Hocevar coming from the back on some fresh tires. He is moving. He is all the way up to 16th. Probably going to be up to 15th here in a matter of seconds. He's up to the back of Corey LaJoie. He has the fresh tires, too. He just stopped. Oh, LaJoie pulls a big block. And that's going to leg Barry lift, and he's going to cost him a couple of different spots there. Oh, man, LaJoie just slid up off the bottom a little bit, and here comes Hocevar. That's a battle for 14th, as I think Hocevar is going to pretty much just get you on up and try to slide on by. Not quite enough. Ooh, little contact there. Not a ton, but just enough to rub the wall between those two. Carson Hocevar going to move into the 14th spot. Shout out to the guy running 11th. Noah Gragson has found his way to the front as the race comes to the close. I don't think they've mentioned him all day thus far. But he has found his way to the front when it matters. Oh, we got a squirrely mess going on. Byron Chastain and Gilliland there. Whew, that was tight. One of those cars looked like he was headed for the infield. Dillon moving his way up. He's going to try and get Ryan Blaney for 6th. Tell you what, Austin Dillon showing some speed. Well, now he's followed Blaney into the next corner and got stuck behind his wake. Ooh, that was close. Gibbs came up off the wall and just pulled it straight down the track. That was tight. That was a squeeze if I've ever seen one. Yeah, Elliott's losing touch with that pack. Man, why can't he have a fast car? I don't know. It just drives me nuts. I think that top 5 streak at mile and a half is going to continue, unfortunately. Let's look at some lap times. I want to see where they're running. Ooh, Noah didn't have a good lap last time by. Yeah, had to lift. Let's see here. Chase Briscoe in 5th. He's kind of settled out after that battle. Big time battle, too. Him going 3 wide on the bottom there. Got him those spots, and he's been able to keep them. That's been very important for them spots. Noah has then... Oh, he's trying to run the high lane. Let's see how that works for him. Kyle Busch moving up into 8th. Ooh, air block from Ty Gibbs. Sends him up the track. I hate air block. Meanwhile, Dillon going to go back under Kyle. 2 RCR cars running 8th and 9th. I'm not going to lie. Dillon's showing some impressive speed today. We did not see this out of Austin Dillon last year. They were really, really bad for a good chunk of the season last year. And Austin Dillon showing some good speed early in the year. It's a good race for him so far. Carson Hocevar, by the way, has found his way to 13th. He is coming. There's one of those guys on the fresh tires that has found their way through the field and has a chance. I think it's going to be Carson Hocevar. He has gotten through the traffic the best thus far. My feed got really glitchy. My chat up to date? Where's my mouse? I think my chat froze for a second. Sorry about that. Okay. 80 laps to go. Long way to go yet. Pit stops, I would assume, are about 50 to go if they're trying to split it in half. About, let's see, about 60 to 65 to go if they're going to try a 2-stop strategy. So, again, I don't know that that's what they're going to do, but if they decide to try a 2-stop strategy, you would see it at around 60 to 65 to go. Okay, there we go. So 78 to go. We'll go back to the leaderboard here. Just take a look. Lap time wise, who we got showing some speed? Reddick and Larson appear to be in a land of their own. I don't see anyone even touching their lap times. Hocevar seems to have slowed up a little bit behind Logano, trying to get his run there. Also, okay, Bubba's coming to pit road. I was going to say, it was an interesting strategy. Bubba was running the very, very top, and then he was finding his way to, like, drift down beneath that. He was like way up top, and then when Reddick would pull up in front, he'd push him all the way down the front stretch. All right, and as we're watching, looks like Gibbs is taking a look at Briscoe. He didn't get there, and now here comes Austin Dillon. He's looking for the 7th spot. So Dillon looking to the bottom. Is he going to have enough? I don't think so. He's not quite going to clear. Back in line he goes as Gibbs tries to chase down Briscoe. He's going to look to the high side. Briscoe going to shut the door. Now Briscoe's going to close it down. Not fast enough. Gibbs to the inside. Briscoe up high. Briscoe going to let Gibbs slide up in front and move Ty Gibbs to the 6th position. All right, looks like Byron is finding his way past LaJoy for 15th. He's starting to move forward. Let's see. Hocevar has gotten around Logano. He is the first car on the really fresh tires. And there's still a long ways to the pit cycle, so that fresh tire gamble may work out for the guys that got out ahead of that group, which would be the Hocevars, the Byrons, and Chastain. Those guys all came and got tires there under the stage caution. Truex by Hamlin. That is for third. Didn't really see the pass. We just saw the scoring monitor make the change, so it happened. That's all I can tell you. 3.1 seconds behind the leader, though, so still a little ways back as Larson just kind of runs away. Keeping an eye on the top 10 as looks like Briscoe has started to fade back a little bit, as has Kyle Busch. They're going to get into a battle here real soon. Gregson and Hocevar are starting to battle. That is a battle for the 11th position. Wow, Gregson went way up against the wall to try and get a good run. He'll cross over as they come back to the start-finish line. And he will clear, so nice run for Gregson using the very tippy top of the racetrack. I think Hocevar's got a better car, though. With the new tires, he's going to get there. All right. I don't know why they're showing more random ads for the racetrack, considering we would rather see the race at this point. "72 laps to go in Las Vegas." Looking at it here, trying to see if anyone is showing any good pace to catch Larson. Reddick is faster. As they run, Reddick is running a faster pace than Kyle Larson. So there's a chance Reddick could get there by the end of the race. Elliott looking low, not going to have enough to get by Busch. Going to have to slide back in line. And here comes Hocevar. He's going to look to the outside. Not enough. Elliott's going to go up and pull the block on that one. Because he's, I think, wanted to have the high line as they head into turns 1 and 2. Kyle Busch has been pinned up behind Chase Briscoe. So a little bit of a backup from 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, all kind of stacked on top of each other. LaJoy battling Bowman. That's for 17th. And LaJoy's on the old tires, so that's unfortunately a battle. I don't know how well that's going to go for him. But Bowman's on the fresh ones. Did not get by, but he's got the run. We'll see if he gets by this time by. And here comes Byron by Gregson. So Byron has joined the battle there for 11th and 12th. He's caught Hocevar. So on the long run, this is Byron's chance to really make his way in the track position side and get some of that ground back. Tyler Reddick still closing in as we're watching right now. He is within about a 3/4 of a second of Larson. He's not letting Larson get away, and his lap times look very competitive. What is going on here? So Reddick is taking the top and getting a push from Bubba on the straightaways. How many laps down is Bubba? 13 laps down, so he's not even competitive, but what they're doing is giving him tires, and then he's pushing Reddick towards Larson. They're actually using teamwork. That is, I've never seen that before. That's kind of cool. I don't mind it either. I think that's kind of neat. I don't want to see guys intentionally pitting just to do that stuff, but I think it's cool. 67 to go. This is if anyone's going to do the two-stop strategy, this is about the time they'll do it. I don't think you're going to see anyone try it, but this is where you'd see it if they do. Tire fall off is about 1.5 seconds over the course of the last 30 laps. I gotta gamble if I'm somebody. I don't know who, if I try to make that gamble. I think if you're guys like Hocevar, you're splitting in half regardless. Anyone on the newer tire cycle. .64 to go as they run. Let's see, 25 miles per hour with wind. Ooh, wow. That's some hefty wind. All right, Byron has officially gotten by Hocevar. That is a big deal because that is the guys on tires. All right, Briscoe is in. He might be splitting in thirds. We may have our first strategy call of the day. Bubba is still pushing Reddick to try and get him to Larson. This is kind of entertaining. I mean, he is just pushing him down the straightaways. Ooh, Gibbs looking at the inside of Hamlin. Is he going to be able to get that spot? Bowman comes in, 62 to go. It's a little early. I mean, you can. I think you can stretch it to the end if you want, but I think it's a bit early for this. Dillon looking to the inside of Hamlin. That is a battle for the 6th spot as they run. So a few guys looking to do the 3-stop or the 2-stop strategy. Looks like Bowman and Briscoe are the 2 big dogs in that strategy play. I'm very interested to see how that works. I think there's potential in it. I see Burton, I see Priest, I see a couple others making that move. They're all at the back of the field, though. A lot of these guys trying the 3-stop or the 2-stop aren't in contention, so I'd be very curious to see how that ends up working for them. I shouted out Brad Keselowski earlier. He's fallen to 19th. Like I said, not good speed. I wouldn't mind seeing him try the 2-stop strategy. As they run, looks like we've got some guys starting to pit. Ty Gibbs has made his pit stop. Oh, Ty Gibbs has a gear issue. I don't know why they would have brought him in so early then. Huh. I would have assumed you want to run him long if that's the case. No first gear. It looks like he got out okay, though. Not bad. Logano is now in. Still 58 to go, though. You're only 45 in, 58 to go. That's a decent chunk of time difference. Question is, how long do you want to run it? Looks like Dillon and Logano have now come in. Looks like Larson's coming in this next time by. Reddick beats Larson to pit road by 1 lap. All right, as they're all in, I'm trying to see if there's any pit penalties. I don't see anything thus far. All right, here they come. Looks like Byron will stay out. He will run a little bit longer. I like that decision. I think that's the right call to do. So him and Hocevar are still out there. They are the guys that got tires at the stage. They should run till about 50 to go. As I say that, Byron's coming in now. And here comes... Nope. Yeah, here comes Hocevar. Man, they're only 2 laps ahead of Larson. I would have taken my advantage. I got 10 lap fresher tires. Let's run 10 extra laps. I don't know about that. They only ran about 40 green laps. Now they got to run 55. Split that difference a little closer. It sounds like Kyle Busch has a penalty. William Byron also had a slight issue on pit road. Had to back it up, it sounds like. So Suarez out front. Gilliland and McDowell, Kraus and Haley are the ones pulling some strategy. Love this call, by the way. I love it. Pull a strategy. Those guys are all running outside the top 20 right now. Do something. Do something. Try something. You know, don't just sit back and ride. Like, see what you can do. See what you can make happen. You never know what you might be able to get to fall your way with the right amount of luck. So it's worth the try. Coming down the backstretch. Looks like Elliott's going to unlap himself. That's a little only helpful in case there's a yellow. Make sure you're not stuck in the non-lead lap cars when pitting. So that's all that does if you're talking strategy. But looking at it, 53 to go after Kyle Busch cycles around. He's a lap down. So pit penalty again for Kyle Busch at Las Vegas. After the truck race, he had another one. Gilliland is now on pit road. Suarez is still the leader. He can go probably another 10 to 15 laps. So I mean, if you're Daniel Suarez, I run this all the way out. I don't see any reason to pit any earlier than you have to. If you're Daniel Suarez, because you do have a good enough lead, you're in a good enough spot that you won't lose a lap. And as I say that, he pits. What do I know? I don't get it. I would have. I mean, McDowell, is he going to pit too? Is he going to stay out? McDowell stayed out. Okay, that's what I thought. McDowell's going to run it all the way out. Back, like I said, this is why I like McDowell's crew chief. I like him. The guy tries stuff. You know, if he's like, I don't have a fast enough car to win, he's like, okay, well, let me try something. I love it. I love the crew chief for the 34. Is it going to win him the race? Maybe not. But if a caution comes out, he's going to steal a really good chunk of track position by being the first car to pit road. Because everybody's got 10 laps on their tires now. So they're going to come back. And he's going to lead them down pit road. Like, great call. I love it. All right, so as they run, Larson has about 2.5 seconds on Reddick. He actually pulled away under the pit stop. So keeping an eye on who is still out there that needs to pit. Looks like Kraus and McDowell are the 2 main ones that need to pit yet. Trying to see, is that Kraus coming this time? No, he's going to keep going. So Kraus is still on the track. He's going to keep on going. And looking at the guys running up front, looks like it's kind of spread out. I don't think we're going to see a lot of huge changes here. 49 laps to go as they run currently. So losing a second and a half a lap, that's fine. That doesn't bother me because, again, what they're gambling on, and I know the booth likes to talk about it from a lap time standpoint, but what they're gambling on is a caution. A caution will make Derek Kraus and Michael McDowell pit in front of all these guys, and they're going to have significant track position gains. They're going to go from running in 25th to 30th to being top 5 on the restart with 50 laps to go. That's a big deal when you're trying to look at like what that can do for your race when you're running for points. So I love the gamble. That's how you snag big-time finishes, is you take a chance and just hope for the best. And obviously, looks like McDowell's coming this time. I think maybe a little early, but I would have loved to have seen him run it all the way out. If you're Derek Kraus, you definitely run it all the way out. You're not running for points at all. Like, you run that sucker till it's empty. There is no reason for Kraus to pit at all. He should be outside. He should run this thing until it is out of gas or very, very close to it. because there is nothing for him to gain by pitting early. I mean, he's not running for points. There's nothing for the 16 to gain by pitting with in any of the next 10 laps. I mean, they should pit when that thing is absolutely empty. Yeah, the 5's going to get back around him because he's going to be a lot faster. But again, that's not the gamble that Derek Carlos is aiming for. The gamble he's taking is that a caution could come out in the next... He's still got probably 10 to 15 laps of fuel. Caution comes out in the next 10 to 15 laps. He gets to 1, stay on the lead lap. 2, he gets to probably pit from the second spot. And 3, he'll get to restart in the top 10 as long as they hit their pit stop. And again, that should be the last restart of the race, barring crazy accidents. And I say that he pits now. He might be out. This is actually far enough into the stage, he genuinely might be out of fuel. Or close enough to out of fuel. So, that's pretty much the end of it. No pit stop gamble was technically good. Nobody that gambled got a huge win. Bowman pitted early and did jump a lot of track position. However, he is paying for it on the back end. Logano's pulling in on him. But it looks like if he can hold the track position, Bowman made a significant jump from about 15th to 7th by pitting one of the earliest cars on that cycle. Other guys that were early on the cycle there, I want to say Dillon pitted pretty early. He actually didn't gain that much. I think he may have had a bad stop because he came out right about where he was running, if not a little worse. But yeah, Bowman had the biggest gain. All right, so we're heading into a commercial. Let's see here. Looking at some lap times. Anything crazy? Anything fun? Reddick beat him by about a tenth or 2, but he's still 2.5 seconds back, or 2.2 back. So Reddick's going to have to consistently beat Kyle over the next 40 laps to get there. He can do it. The lap times have been there, but we're going to need a consistent couple tenths a lap. Because a tenth a lap would still technically get him there, but going to have to be real consistent. Blaney, lap times don't look like they're any better, so I don't think Blaney's going to catch him. They're 7 seconds back, by the way. So Blaney and Truex and all them guys, they're 7 seconds back. They're not catching him under green. Barring, of course, like Reddick and Larson crash for the lead or something like that. So it does appear that this race is probably going to come down to Larson Reddick as the main two. We'll see, but I'm just looking at the lap times and who's got what potential, and that's kind of where it looks like it's going to balance out. So looks like good speed out of Noah Gragson. Last pit stop, he came out. He is running 30.7s, which is one of the faster cars on the track. Now, he may have some clean air to help him with that, but looks like some really good pace out of the 10 car. So good race for Noah Gragson. After a really, really tough rookie season last year, he's showing some pretty good speed. 41 to go as they run. Byron back to 13th. He had a bad stop and had an issue there. He's got a really fast race car. He actually is one of the fastest cars on the track. Problem is how far back he is. I just don't think he's going to have enough time to get there now. All right, so they're in a commercial at the moment. Trying to keep an eye. Lead is under 2 seconds, so Reddick is closing the gap. It's slow, it's steady, but it's enough. He can get there if that continues to close at that rate. It's going to be interesting to see. Looks like Bowman has been passed by Logano. Looks like Elliott is now looking at the back door, so I think him pitting early worked. Gained him a lot of track position, but he's going to probably slow fade towards the end of the race. Now, again, there's a good chance, judging by where he is at the racetrack, he stays in the top 12 or top 14. And he was running 18th, so it's still a net gain by the early pit stop. But that's the thing. If you're going to win on pit stops, you got to be either the earliest to pit road, the latest to pit road with a caution. Like, you got to do something kind of different from everybody else. You pit just one lap on each side, you might gain a tiny bit, but not enough. Like, if you want to try and gain, that's how you gain. Got to do something different. 38 to go as we watch from the front stretch here. I had mentioned Elliott was going to go by Bowman. Just did. And now it looks like the battle is going to commence for the spot in, 9th? Bowman and Dillon going to run for 9th now. Kyle Busch going to go around the outside of both of them. Look at him go. Man, if he didn't have that pit penalty, I'm sure Kyle Busch would have been a factor, at least in the top 5 for sure. He has been fast today. So Elliott looks like he might snag a top 10, but the streak of top 5s at 1.5 miles would continue. Like, that's just wild to me. 2 years, he hasn't had a single top 5 at a 1.5 miles. That's wild. I mean, he's got wins at some of those 1.5 miles, you know? They pitted the car when it was too far forward. That was the pit penalty. So Kyle Busch slid through the box just a little too far, slid just out in front, and that was all it took. What a shame. He's got a very fast car. Truex looking at the back of Blaney. They're 8 seconds back. Ooh, Truex going to shut the door on Gibbs, or will he? Gibbs is going to poke the nose in there 3 wide on the bottom. And as Truex has to back off, Blaney will drive away with a huge run on the top. So that was looking like a battle for position, but the momentum will drive the 12 away. 35 laps to go. Gap is down to 1.7. Oh, that was a good stretch. 1.7 seconds the gap from Larson to Reddick. Watching Byron, he is still just chopping through the field. He is fast. He's up to 12th. He has continued to move forward. Ooh, that was a little tight between Truex and Gibbs. I don't think Truex appreciated that little slide job there. He went right back after him. Oh, nuts. We got a caution with 34 to go. That means there's going to be pit stops. What is our caution? Hasn't happened yet. I'm still waiting for it, so sorry. 1 car crash. I see it on the scoring monitor. I don't see anybody dropping back. It is LaJoy. Oh, he's farther back. He's 18th. Corey LaJoy going to wreck out of 18th position. And I think he's going to lose a lap on that. Really good day. Stage points scored. But this is probably going to put a little bit of a dampener on the end of that. And flat tires. Let's see if he can run it back, though. Try and save a couple laps if he has to be towed. So we'll see what Corey LaJoy can do here. But unfortunately, that's probably the end of his competitive race. What a shame. What a shame. All right, whole new race. 30 laps to go. Probably under 30 to go when they restart. And it's anybody's race. And we're going to see who pulls some strategy here. Only 30 laps to go. So there's a few options for you. Do you take 2 tires and think you can hold for about 30 laps? Do you try 4? It's all, the book is wide open as far as what you try. It's going to be interesting to see what these teams try to do. Did he get turned? He might have gotten turned. There goes the tire. The way that abruptly changed directions, I think he may have been turned. Either hit a bump or somebody bumped into him. Oh, yeah, somebody definitely turned him. Who was that? Was that Brad? Oh, my God, it was Brad. Oh, my gosh, it's Brad again. It's Brad again. He's been a menace this year. Oh, I can't wait for door bumper clear. That's going to be funny. That is going to be funny. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be so freaking funny. Oh, this is going to be good. All the cameras up on the roof, they're showing. All right, guys, well, what do you think we do here? It might just be air, but I'm going to blame Brad anyway. It's fun. All right, what do you do? Do you pit for tires? Do you take 2? Do you take 4? I think if you're a guy ninth, I say ninth, but if you're Chase Elliott on back, I think you got to gamble. Go for the win. Take the 2 tires. You know, if you got Elliott, Bowman, Gregson, if you can get a number of guys to take 2 tires with you, you got a shot to win the race. And I think I'm gonna say right now, I think William Byron's gonna take 2 tires. He's gonna give himself a shot to win, and I like that idea. I'm 2 tiring. If I'm Logano on back, I think 2 tires is the right call. I mean, but here's the thing: you got to win. This is a series built on winning. Like Logano, it's feast or famine with a 2 tire stop. He might win the race. He might finish 25th because he just gets run over by all guys on new tires. But you gotta take a shot if you want to win. You gotta. Here they come. Let's see what we've got. Coming to pit road. Come on, zoom out. Zoom out. Give us the full screen. Full screen. Come on. I need to see it. I need to see it. They're all onboards. I can't see anything with this. Here we go. All right, full screen. Here we go. Cars are in. Ryan Blaney, he's about the first car that's going to get a chance to leave. He's battling from 3rd. They're going to do 4. 4 for Reddick. 4 for Hamlin. 4 for Larson. Chastain with the 2 tires. I knew somebody would try it. Problem is, he's not going to lead the field. So that'll be an interesting gamble because he's not going to be the leader when they get to the line or till they get to the restart. But it's going to be interesting. So somebody did try strategy. I knew somebody would do it. I thought a few more might try, though. I mean, you know, like I said, if you're Brad Keselowski or William Byron, like, William Byron's got a good car. I would have tried it, but is what it is. Can't fix it. So anyway, guys, we'll be back with the green flag here in just a second. I'm going to take my own pit stop, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, coming back to green. Looks like Chastain chose the outside. I think that was the right call. That's a right lane to go for. I don't think Chastain's going to win, but I think he's going to steal a good finish as long as he keeps it running. Keeps it straight, that is. Yeah, that's the only downside if Reddick or Gibbs win. Actually, Gibbs might have a shot of getting it made because it's his first win and it's the He Gets Us group. He might is the key there. I don't know if it's a guarantee. But, yeah, Monster, no shot. They're not going to offer. All right, guys, here we come. Coming back to green. Ooh, Reddick looked low, but it wasn't there. Who is that? That's Noah Gragson up the middle. He's going to clear. No, is he not? I don't know if he did. He was really close to clearing the 9. Not quite enough. Oh, man, Joey got Chase all sorts of squirrely there. Whoo! Man, Chastain is trying. Hamlin's there in 3rd. It's going to be close. I think he's going to clear this time. No, not enough. And now here comes Hamlin for 3rd. Oh, we got a good race going here. Noah Gragson with a good restart. He's going to move up in ahead to, what is that, 7th? What a run for the 10. Come on, Fox. Zoom out. You can't see. Golly. I can't see. I think Gregson's going high on Truex, but I can't tell because they won't freaking turn the cameras on. God, this is annoying. Trying to see. We're still green, so they didn't have a caution, but I can't see anything. They're showing a stupid spoiler cam. Gosh, this is awful. I can't see. All right, it looks like Larson cleared for the lead. Again, we missed it because Fox is terrible at their job. Chastain is settled into 2nd. We got a side-by-side battle for 3rd. That's Reddick and Hamlin. Blaney 5th, and then side-by-side for 6th is Truex and Gragson. That's what the battle is. Again, it sucks that we couldn't see the stupid thing because for some reason NASCAR on Fox has never heard of this new function they call zooming out. They just developed it back in, I don't know, 25 years ago or something. It's not a new thing, but apparently it's new to Fox, so golly, they drive me nuts. Ooh, Gibbs about right hooked at Gragson there. He was going to try. Holy moly, that was tight. Noah Gragson, top 10. Look at him go. Oh, no, you got to close the door or make him go low. Can't open it up and just hand it to him. Chastain is still held in 2nd. That gamble for 2 tires, I'm telling you, it's going to work because of the guy driving it. He's going to be running hard enough that he's going to be able to hold a lot of that track position. Still 21 laps to go, though. If we could just see the race, that'd be awesome. Like, it'd be really cool if we could see. So Larson out front by a 2nd. Then it's Chastain, or Reddick in 2nd. Then Chastain, Blaney, Hamlin, Gragson 6th, Gibbs 7th, Truex 8th, Elliott 9th, and Logano in 10th. Oh, wow, they just split Denny Hamlin. Clear up, clear up, clear up. Noah Gragson to the top 5. Dude, why do you keep pulling down? Why do you keep giving Ty Gibbs the top? He keeps pulling down and letting him get up alongside him. Why? Don't just give him the lane. Make him earn it. Battle for 10th. Looks like, oh, Dillon almost got inside of Elliott, but then Suarez crossed him over. Elliott was able to hold the spot. He'll go down and pretty much drive away from that battle at the moment. But it's still a good battle here. Meanwhile, Brad Keselowski out of the restart. He's up to 12th. That's about the farthest forward I've seen him all day. 19 to go. 1 second is the gap. Yeah, Elliott just doesn't have a good car. Not like those other Hendrick cars. It's just not good, not as good. Why is there 102 laps? Oh, it's 102 laps in the stage. There we go. It's 267. That makes more sense. So 18 laps to go as they run. Starting to spread out a little bit. Best battle on the track is probably for 5th. That battle between Noah and Ty Gibbs really picking up. That's a fun one. I really wish we could see it. We're watching a terrible onboard of Ross Chastain. I say terrible because it's so glary you can't see anything. But the Fox people have no idea what that means because they don't understand broadcasting. I have no problem being rude about it either. They fully deserve all the criticism they get. Yep, here comes Byron. He's going to snag that spot from Elliott by the end of the race. Mark my words. That 24 is the better car. He is better than the 9 because they just... I don't know what the Hendrick deal is. Maybe they can fire a crew chief mid-season. Be cool. They don't normally do it, but I'd be okay with it. All right, battle for the 3rd position. It's Chastain and Blaney. Ooh, they're leaning on each other. That's going to be a tight battle here. Noah looking on. Can Noah go for the podium? Oh, don't follow him. Give yourself some clean air. Come on, give yourself some clean air down there. Man, they are tight. They are leaning on each other. Blaney and Chastain are side by side. And here comes Noah. What's he going to do? He's got any lane he wants. He follows Blaney. Why did you follow Blaney? Ugh. And here comes Gibbs on the outside of him. He's going to get that spot. Man, that was... You got to stop. I mean, don't follow a guy right behind him in the corner. You're going to arrow wash every time. Ugh, what are you doing? He's looking so good today. He's been doing such a good job today. It's just such an unforced error. Now he's going to lose 2 spots. Yep, here goes Truex. Here goes Hamlin. Both of them by Gragson that time by. That's on the spotter. The spotter's got to do a better job of that. Tell him not to run in the same line as the guy in front of you. You got to tell him that. This ain't the Xfinity Series. You got to run in a different lane. That cost him 2. He had a shot to get up to 3rd, but he's going to end up in 7th at least. 7th or 8th, actually. 13 to go. Half a second is the gap. Reddick is closing, but only ever so slightly. It's not a lot. And remember the old saying, catching them is one thing, passing them's another. As I say that, I did mention earlier I thought Elliott was going to not be ahead of Byron. There's the pass. Byron into 11th, Elliott back to 12th. Gal. Another season of mediocrity, unfortunately. Gragson does end up, looks like, getting back by Martin Truex. That's for 7th. Still a really good battle for the 3rd spot on back. It looks like Blaney's kind of solidified. And then it's Chastain and Gibbs are going to be a tough battle. And then Hamlin and Gragson looking on from there. It'd be cool if we could see it. Because right now they are actually battling really hard, but we can't see the battle because they're trying to show the front too. They're missing. The camera's looking at the ground. Wow, this is bad, man. Guys, you're not full screen. You zoom in that far, neither car's on screen. It's just open racetrack. Oh my. This is hard to watch. Like, their broadcast skills are terrible. Stop with the onboards, dude. You can't see. The windshield is pelted with crap and dust. You can't see through it. and they're just showing onboards for lap after lap. Like, what are you doing? Show the race. There you go. You zoomed out, showed the whole thing. Look at that. You can see, like, clearly. My word. All right, 10 laps to go. Big run for Reddick there. He's down to 0.4 of a second. It's going to be close. But remember, all it takes is one good aero block, and that might do it. So it's going to be tough. I don't want to get everyone's hopes up too high. It still takes a lot to get there. Eight laps to go. This time by 0.6 of a second is the lead. All right, 8 to go. Keeping an eye on the scoring monitor just to see who's got the speed. Man, Noah is fast. If Noah could have kept his nose clean, I don't think he had a shot at the win, but he definitely could have been third. He's got a good, fast car. Truex and Hamlin. Ooh, this is a tight battle between the Gibbs boys. And meanwhile, they're being outrun by the little... I say little Gibbs, but it is. It's little Gibbs. Ty Gibbs up in 5th. 7 to go. 0.4 of a second is the gap. Byron back in the top 10. I knew he'd get back there. He's just too damn fast. He wasn't going to fall back that whole time. Reddick way up on the wall. He is rim riding. Let's see what he does down the front stretch. Lost a couple tenths in the corner, but how much does he gain back down the straightaway? Oh yeah, he gains well more than enough back. He'll be closer. 6 laps to go. 0.4 of a second is the gap, and it is closing. Here comes Tyler Reddick. Oh, it's Bubba Wallace. Are you kidding me? Just don't get involved. You're a teammate. We don't need to see that crap. We don't need to see teammate blocking. It's down to 0.2 of a second. Five laps to go. 0.4 is the gap. 5 to go. 5 to go. Keep an eye on the scoring monitor. I just want to make sure no caution comes out, because that's always ahead. The scoring monitor is. All right. Good run on the top. He's going to be down to about 0.3. 4 to go. This time by. .3 of a second is the gap. Reddick going to go way up top again. Oh, he's going to have a big run here. He's closing. He's going to be there. Larson's going to have to try the air block here. He's going to have to block. Yep, he's going to go high. Oh, but there's nowhere to go high. Larson going to pull the air block. Is it enough? No, he was able to hold. 2 to go. This time by. Blaney has pulled away from the battle for third. Still 2 to go as they head down the backstretch. Coming around to the white flag. Larson, oh man. Reddick went right behind him. Gotta pick a different lane. Oh, he washed big. Big gap. Larson's going to have it now. Half a second opened up. Oh, I hate aero block, man. Aero block sucks. I hate aero blocking. That stuff sucks. All right, big lead now. Reddick's just going to have to bring it home. He doesn't have near enough time to get back to him. He made a charge. It was good, but, man, what do we got to do to get the stupid aero block taken care of? I hate that. I hate aero block. Ability to just run in the car, kind of run your nose right up in front of the car in front of you, wash up in front of them, and wipe all their air out. I don't like that. Well, Kyle Larson snags the win at Vegas. Reddick's going to pull it, bring it home third. Then it's going to be Blaney, Chastain, and Gibbs in the top 5. And then it's going to be Gregson with his first top 10, I think, in his career, or darn close to it. But bringing home the SHR 10 and 6. Great run for him. Truex Jr. 7th, Hamlin 8th, Logano 9th, and William Byron rebounds for a top 10. Suarez 11th, Elliott 12th. The disappointing 12th, I will say. As a fan, just, man, this sucks that 2 years in a row we're going to have to watch him just get blown apart by his teammates where Larson dominates all race. Byron has trouble, still outruns him. And even with a car in perfect condition, he, runs 12th at best. Just, man, it gets old. At some point, you have to bring speed to the racetrack. You can't unload 30th fastest and expect to win races. You just can't. Brad Keselowski, good rebound for 13th. Eric Jones, 14th. Carson Hocevar, 15th, with kind of an up-and-down day. Dylan, 16th. Ricky Stenhouse, after a really just being irrelevant all day, comes back and ends up in the 17th spot. Bowman, 18th. Hemrick, 19th. And Josh Berry in 20th. Let's see if I can roll down the list here. No, I can't. Doesn't really show me much. Now it goes. Okay, here we go. Michael McDowell, 25th. That's not a great lane. Good gamble. Chase Briscoe, 21st. Really had a better car than that most of the day. Bubba Wallace, 13 laps down and 35th. Zane Smith had an issue earlier. He also was 13 laps down. And Kyle Busch, after multiple issues, ends up 26th. So, not the best day for him, but not bad overall. So, anyway, guys, what do you think? How was that race? Getting a Diecast, a Larson fan. Yes, got to be a fan for him not to let Reddick win. Not because I don't like Reddick, but screw it. It's his sponsors. Don't let your sponsors do that crap where they don't let anything get made. Fans love that crap. It's fun. So Kyle Larson back in the playoffs with another early season win. He literally, since getting to Hendrick, has won in the first 5 races every year he's been around, I believe. Oh, no, he didn't last year. It took him a little while. That's right. He should have won multiple races early, but didn't. But we'll see. We will see what comes in going into next year as far as if, I don't know, man. Chase is going to need a new crew chief. This is old. Ross Chastain, going to shout it out, though. 2 tires, took the gamble. Worked out really well for him. He battled hard. I mean, he ran hard to try and keep that. And that just makes me think. I think Byron should have done it. I think Elliott should have done it. I think a lot of guys should have gambled for 2 tires. Go for the win. It may not have won him the race, and it didn't, but it gave him a shot. And that's all you can ask for is give me a shot to win. That's all I need. So yeah, Kyle Larson, though, snags another win. Hendrick Motorsports, man. Chevy won all the Cup races so far. We'll see, though, because right now it's so far it looks like Hendrick's got a little bit of an advantage on the 1.5 miles, at least with Larson. Maybe Byron, too. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments what you thought of the race. And we will see you tonight. Or, sorry, not tonight. We'll see you tomorrow with our next Diecast review. We've got 6 new Elite raced versions to show off. So 6 new raced versions this week. And we're going to show them every day of the week, Monday through Saturday. We'll be back next Sunday for the, what is it called? Shriners 500 at Phoenix.